H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometime Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcast all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And let me tell y'all something. It's so much the day Tuesday. Share the show right now. I got something for you. I'm telling you, you know, every time I tell you I got something for you, I got something for you. Share the show right now. Some unique things going to happen on the show today. I got, I was telling you about this this wellness thing I'm going through, the supplements and the greens and the stuff I'm taking. I got some for y'all. I might have the person, one of the persons who introduced me to this product on the show on Thursday. I'm working on trying because they're so busy because the thing is popping it off the chain, and so I want to share that with y'all on Thursday. But it's Tuesday. Let me see. I'm looking at the highlights. I'm gonna tell y'all. I've got a topic that I want to share with y'all, and I just been it's been going over and over and over in my mind, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about it maybe today. I hope that I know at least today and tomorrow, because it's gonna take a couple of things, just something to put on your spirit. I just want to let everybody. I'm looking at the news. Wow. Draymond talking about they should vote on the Sarver's ownership. I'm just looking at some headlines and nothing too crazy, nothing too good, nothing too. We talk about our own stuff. Hey, Mika Nicole, I got a text again. I saw something that somebody wrote, and we're gonna talk about that again today. I need all your parents, all the basketball people. I need y'all in. And all the people who over our kids or handling our kids and coaching our kids, we need them on the show today. Let me look at the. I haven't talked to my starting five. Come on, Robert. Starting five today. Give my starting five today. Corey Willis, Thaddeus Moody, Franklin Paul, Jonathan Griffin, Ivan Pettit Jr. Starting five. The sixth man today is Daryl Anderson. And I see you though, Trey. I see you, Brad. What's up, Brad Gilbert? Kimball. Brad Gilbert. Brad Gilbert is the golfer. Brad Gilbert. Hey, T. Williams. Holler, please keep my beautiful island of Puerto Rico. Oh, yes, I'm gonna talk about that. Thank you, Mate. I got that in my notes, Mate. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Sonia, friend, Miss Collins. Robert Young in the building. Let me tell you something, man. Let me go here. I need my girls. I got my girls in there. But ladies, you might need to call your other girls today. Not because you have to, because you might need to. Yeah, Astros and clinched. Yes, let's talk about that. The Astros has clinched. They in the playoffs. Yes. Shout out, Sonya. You know I got to mess with my best friend. Uh, Mindy picked up on that, Sonya. But you know what? I, I got so many ways I can go. Got so Dale, 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 something else. Dale, ain't nobody gonna come. Dale, you ain't gonna win no Cowboy fans. I'm just stay with them Cowboys. You got to be out there by yourself on that. You and Chris Walker, that's good enough. Ain't nobody else gonna join y'all. I don't think nobody's just gonna join and be Cowboy fans this week. But let me go. But what I want to thank all of y'all, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, right? I want to thank y'all for indulging us. Okay? I think part of the responsibility of sitting here every day is not just delivering information and perspective that you might not get anywhere else in the world. Definitely some entertainment, because you know we have to get a teaspoon of sugar to let the medicine go down. You follow me? But I want to let y'all know the world is limitless. I know my world is limitless. And I hope your world is limitless. I see no limits. There are no bounds. Shows like this weren't even thought about when we first got on this year. Somebody coming on and coming online. People was on the radio. Somebody coming online and broadcasting live simultaneously on 2 platforms. Right? The world is limitless. We didn't limit ourselves. We used to think that Facebook was it. Then we found another. And guess what? We're going to find something else. I just want to know, we are not just confined to this feed. Okay? It's people out. It's an 80-year-old woman. Her son yesterday came over her house to eat with her. And he had the chop shop on. And the 80-year-old powerful woman, Miss Boone, she enjoyed and loved the chop shop and said, oh, wow, this is a woman that knows about, probably know more sports than Mindy Collins. And it just warmed my heart when a guy can come and tell me. We talked about, what's his name? Rodney Hampton on the show yesterday. And somebody heard it and called Rodney Hampton and said, they talk about you on the chop shop. He said, they're my dudes. Matter of fact, I forgot to tell Chris Walker, he is in New York right now, Chris, as we speak. But it's just, we're not just confined to this feed. This little space that we're in, y'all, we're bigger than this space. We're bigger than this. We're huge. We're bigger than the space we're in. This ain't just that's why I always tell you what, share the show. Not for me. Meaning that maybe not in the confines of this show that we show all of our goodness, because we can't let everybody know what we're doing. It's a public show. And there's people who don't like us are on this show, watching this show. But we still got to know there's goodness in what we're doing. I'm talking about all of y'all. When I say we, I'm talking about y'all. It ain't about, I keep telling y'all, this ain't just about me, Jimmy, and Chris. It's about y'all. Because if y'all wasn't on here, I promise you, I got somewhere I got to be right now. So, I was just thinking about it. But we still got to know where the goodness is. Squirrels plant nuts all over the place because they don't know when the winter gonna come. I'm always planning, and I hope you're always planning. I'm sending out powerful energy, healing energy to our people in Puerto Rico. That's part of America, ladies and gentlemen. Fortunately, our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico will not be having toilet paper and paper towels thrown at him with this administration. You know, like they did, the dudes throwing. They're in the midst of a storm right now, y'all. They've been hit with 2 feet of water. Fiona is raging. Haven't them people been through enough? Haven't they been through enough? So keep them in your prayers. I got something else for you. You know I'm gonna take care of you. Look. Let's check this out. This is exclusively. They sent this. That's why I say all your coaches and all these people need to. I'm gonna show you why you should share this show. I'm gonna show you why. Look what's about to happen for y'all and y'all kids and y'all coaches in this area. Watch this. U of H is having a coaching clinic. Y'all got to hear me. That's why I'm telling y'all you need to share the show. I don't know something. I know people have something to do, but make sure you share the show. They are excited to invite you to their 2022 coaching clinic. How much? It's absolutely free. You're a summer coach, you're a high school coach, ain't no way in the world you shouldn't have your butt in this place. Always talking about how you know this and that. We got a Final Four coach, open up his doors, ain't charging you a dime. When? October the 15th. And I'm going to tell you again, Saturday, 9 a.m. is the registration. 10 a.m. to 12:45 is the clinic. 12:45, Coach Sampson gonna have questions and answers. Where? At the Fertitta Center, 3422 Cullen Boulevard. The beautiful Fertitta Center. Parking, you got to pay for your parking. You got Homer Street parking, you got visitor parking, you got to pay for your own parking. How to secure your spot? I'm trying to see, hold up, hold up, y'all. Let me see, can I copy this link? I'm gonna copy the link from here. I don't know why my phone's doing this. I wish I could turn, I'll put it on silent. I'll do it in a minute. Let me put that up here, because I should have had it already. But this for y'all, man. I ain't no coach and I ain't got no kids. So guess what, this gotta be for y'all. I ain't got no kids, it's playing. Okay, here it is right here. I'm gonna copy that. Copy the link and I'm gonna share it with y'all right now. I'm gonna put it on both feeds so y'all know I can't do that many things at one time. There's one, so nobody can have no excuse. I'm gonna be talking about this every day because I don't want, I know everybody don't watch the show every day, but that's, I don't know why. But hey, so look, guess what? I'm gonna put it in the other feed also. Y'all just bear with me, man. That's why, hey, that's why we do what we do. I forgot I got to share the show. I hope everybody shared the show. Sharing the show is price of admission. Before you even come in here, I got something else to share with y'all. It's price of admission. Can't just expect everything free all the time. Discounted all the time. Somebody tell you hey man, it's a nice experience. How much it costs? Don't be cheap with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Sampson has personally invited y'all. Looking forward to being there. Shout out to Bilal Badley. I'm trying to have him on next week. He sent me all this information. He is the program strategist and player relations man over there. This, what he gonna do? It's not gonna be no normal clinic. He's gonna run his practice. He's gonna be mic'd up. Okay. Gonna have coffee and donuts and juice, I think. It's a unique opportunity, man. And tell a friend, tell another friend. See how important it is to share the show. Somebody, some young coach out there need this. All y'all in the gyms and all this, you need to be there. Okay? All right, I gave you that. Gave you that today. Gave you that. All right? What else? What else? Let me see. Let me see. I'm telling y'all, there's so many ways I want to go today. NFL last night, we talked about them. I think I won one, Jimmy won one, so Jimmy win this week. Them dudes were getting their head tore off last night, man. Did y'all, what was wrong with them games last night? Hey, Darius. We talked about the Astros. And when I want you, Mindy, I want you to understand now, Astros my team again now. Because the coach, long as Dusty coaching, listen to me, here I am. Long as Dusty coaching, long as Silas is coaching, and long as Lovey is coaching, I'm going to cheer for them guys. When they don't, I'm gone like a turkey through the cone. But women, I saw some yesterday. I'm glad my girl's here. Jimmy will be here a little bit. We'll talk about a little sports. I got some sports stuff for you. I got some. But I got something. Can we talk about the woman king today? Can we talk about it? I'll tell you what I want to talk about. I saw a post about male. Okay? Saw this post. Are you anybody familiar with the woman king? If you're not, raise your hand. I want to share something with y'all. Well, talk to me. Talk to me. I need you. I need some feedback right now. Because it's going to be a hard one for me to get out. But it's going to be, I think it's going, we're going to change some things today, right quick. Shout out to Marcus Carroll, said he's coming from Sam Houston High School. Okay. Oh, in Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Dale Griggs. Okay, Dale Griggs. Well, only Dale Griggs, the only person that heard about the woman king? Oh. Oh, that's all I can say. And listen, the reason I'm talking about it today, I couldn't wait for tomorrow. Oh, you haven't seen it? You heard of it? Anybody heard of it? I'm not going to listen to me. I'm not going to spoil it because I need you to go. Have anybody seen it? Let me tell y'all something. Let me talk to y'all right now. And the reason I'm sharing it with y'all today, I probably wouldn't have never shared it like this, but guess what? When I see stuff like this being posted in our community, yes, I know, Sonia, I'm not going to tell you about the movie. No. But I got to talk about the post. Just so you know, this the post from somebody in our community, a black man. I'm having problems, men, with y'all on Twitter, messing around and talking about this damn film. I'm telling you, I'm going on tape. I got problems with y'all. Anybody who talking negative about this film, I'm just letting you know I'm here for all the smoke. This was the post that prompted me to talk about this today. Women are not kings. That's what he first said. Just so you know, it was a few white women that wrote this movie. No, they wrote the book and the screenplay. What these women are actually saying is that black women are masculine. That's why they are calling you all kings. This is a dude from our community wrote this. And black women are being so foolish, they are actually proud to be called women kings. They are laughing at you. Yo, I could not let this go. Y'all got to hear me. Don't support this foolishness. Underline that one for me, y'all. Don't support this foolishness. Halle Berry gets an Oscar for being soft, sexy, and feminine. They let Viola Davis play this rough, rugged, masculine character, and guess what? She just might get an Oscar too. What does that say? This is a man writing this bull crap about this movie. Light-skinned women, soft, submissive, feminine, and dark-skinned women, masculine, uncooperative, and rough. Don't perpetuate this narrative. We have been given enough false historical narratives and information. This is what a guy wrote. You know what I did? No, Mika, I don't think you heard me well. This wasn't woke. This was ignorant as hell. Should I read it again? Because this ain't woke. This man says, don't support this foolishness. Halle Berry got an Oscar for being soft. Halle Berry got an Oscar for being a damn bed wench. Let me share something with y'all, man. I call and ask this man, player, why you right there? Have you seen the movie? Guess what he told me? Mika, guess what he... No, I ain't here. I ain't seen it. Well, why you tweeting about it then? Why you posting about it then? Did y'all hear what I just said? Mika, this is what I'm talking about. This ain't being woke, Mika. Mika, I asked this man, have he seen the movie? He said, no, I was just talking to somebody else about it. Another damn conspiracy theorist in this city. And them two, Dumb and Dumber, got to talking, and one of the Dumbers posted. Oh, okay, baby. Did y'all hear what I just said? I don't think it's just about attention, man. It didn't. Did y'all hear what I just said? Did y'all hear what I just said? Sonya, the man, because sometimes y'all don't hear me. Maybe y'all, the man said he ain't even watched the movie. If you ain't watched it, what the hell? What the hell are you talking? I'm just not talking about this. I'm just showing you what people do in our communities. These guys run around here, act like they leaders in our community. They don't have a clue about what's going on. And y'all and your kids listen to some of these crazy ass fools. I'm going to repeat it. Thank you, Sonya. I might need to repeat this again. Hey, Michael Garcia, because y'all know this had me worked up. Women are not kings. That's his heading. Just so you know, it was a few white women that wrote this movie. What these women are actually saying is that black women are masculine and that they are calling you all kings. I hate to repeat this stuff. And black women are being foolish. That's one thing that pissed me the hell off. They are actually proud to be called women kings. They are laughing at you. This guy. Don't support this foolishness. Halle Berry gets an Oscar for being soft, sexy, and feminine. They let Viola Davis play this role. They let. Remember, they let. Somebody put that up under there and said, they let. Absolutely wrong. They ain't let Viola Davis do nothing. Boy, I wish I can curse today. They let Viola Davis play this rough, rugged, masculine character. And guess what? She just might get an Oscar too. What does this say? Light-skinned women, soft, submissive, feminine, and dark-skinned women, masculine, uncooperative, and rough. Don't perpetuate this narrative. We have been given enough false historical narrative and information. Okay. Let me go. That's him. Now let me go to Robert Hatter. You know, when you go to movies, y'all, with black folks, you get 2 tickets. Excuse me, you get to see 2 movies. You get what's on the screen and you get what's happening in the audience. I mean, it's the way it is. As I sat there, there I was. It's a film with so many layers. I was thinking about Cicely Tyson when I was growing up, Pam Grier as a superhero figure in a very different way with the black exploitation films. You haven't, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't seen much like this, led by black women in this way. It was really an incredible experience. Listen to me. This is why I say y'all need to share this. Y'all ain't gonna get this nowhere else. In Viola's interview with Oprah Winfrey, she said every night she put her daughter to bed and she tell her daughter stories. She had been telling her stories since she was a little girl, and they were made up stories. And her daughter said, "Put me in the story, mommy." This was an inspiration for her to do this film. Not no white women telling her to go do the film, as the guy said. This was an inspiration for her to do this film because she realized that of all the work she had done in other people's cultures, and I've told y'all before about that trauma porn. Hollywood loves it when it comes to us. They're going to give 12 Years a Slave an Oscar. Everyone who plays somebody downtrodden, oh Lordy, we give an Oscar like Miss Minnie and the Pie. I don't even know if it's on purpose or not, Mindy, because it's so baked in to the culture globally. Sonia, that this is the position of blackness? Somehow it's cathartic for white people to see us in these positions of familiarity, which is ironic that the first Oscar was won by Hattie McDaniel, playing a slave on Gone to the Wind, who she couldn't come in the hotel. She had to sit in the back by the kitchen, walk way from back there to get her Oscar. What is Denzel Washington playing a corrupt cop? Halle Berry being a bed wench. Go look it up, bed wench. Monique in Precious. I love Halle Berry. But we get celebrated for roles that make them feel comfortable. And we get to relive our trauma. Ain't y'all tired? The only thing I can compare this movie to is Django at the end. And it's like, hey, let's go. This is to this guy who wrote this mess. This was Viola. This was Gina Prince Bythewood. This was black women and John Boyega doing his best Denzel. If we're going to do a biopic of Denzel, we need John Boyega to play him because this dude brought it in the film. It was something that I've never seen before. I haven't seen before, and y'all know I'm a movie buff. But what bothered me this weekend was people comment on the film who have never seen it and comment on it on social media. Share the show. Get mad if you want to, but share it. Share the show. Somebody else might want to hear this. First, you have to see a film. And then do your own independent research on the stuff that you saw. It would be like going to see Spike Lee's version of Malcolm X film, and you had never read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and you have never listened to any speech on Malcolm, and you knew nothing about Malcolm, and yet you are commenting on the film. Do your own deep dive. I don't care, Mindy Collins, if they don't want to see it. Don't talk about it, Mindy Collins, and tell people not to support it. Check this out. The purpose of a film, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's a completely fictitious film or something historically fiction, which oftentimes that what films are. The Woman King is 2 hours and 10 minutes long. You have a certain amount of time to put in this film. What's up, Shannon? I ain't even talking about whether it's true or not. I don't care. What message did you get out of the film? You have to talk about, when you're doing a film, what you have to focus on, what you want to focus on when you're doing a film. Have you ever told a story? I think the film is incredible. The acting is amazing. The cinematography was amazing. The direction by Gina was amazing. Going back to her TV days on the different world. She was writing for the different world and producing the different world. She directed Love and Basketball. This the same Gina Prince Blackwood. The Secret Lives of Bees. You probably have seen that. She has an accomplished career as a director, and people don't talk about it enough. You notice what I didn't say? I said nothing about being a black director. Because this not just black excellence. She excellent. Listen to me, y'all. That's why I was kind of pissed off at the Post. Cinema has existed for over 100 years, and we have erased black women from over 100 years of any type of opportunities like this. It's tragic. We don't get a chance to see the complexities and layers of black women like we saw in The Woman King. I like that. I like that answer. We rarely see something like this, y'all. It's unbelievable. People are finding every fault with this film. Y'all just got to go see social media. I think a lot of the response to the film are both sexist and racist. It saddened me as a black man to hear a number of brothers questioning just the title of the film without seeing the film and understanding what the film is about. Y'all notice what he said up there. That's why I repeat it again. Women ain't no king. And what the film is about, bruh. Because you haven't seen the film, you're just running your damn mouth. You're listening. You Dumb and Dumb are listening to each other, and y'all done came up with a conclusion. And you go tweet it. If you go see the Black Panther film, you should be able to go see The Woman King. If you go see any other Marvel stuff, you can go see The Woman King. If you can go see Braveheart, you can go see The Woman King. If you like action film, if you like war films, and you want films that are layered in this type of way, the beautiful thing about this weekend, y'all, it made 19 million. Y'all hear me? In North America, and it's projected to make 100 mil. And that's going to be because of word of mouth, because the women gonna be out there saying, yes, let's go. Notice, I ain't seen but a couple of guys comment, women. Oh, fellas, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Other than Thad Moody, I ain't heard nobody say nothing. And that's okay if you feel that way, man. But I'm exposure. More of us brothers need to go see that movie. I think young people need to see this film. The thing that hit me, many of y'all know me. Google Viola Davis' speech at the Toronto International Film Festival when she talked about being a dark-skinned girl at 6 years old. She was prostrated on the ground, being called ugly, all these ugly names. All these names because she's dark. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my mama. She talking about. There's so many black women and black girls that we seen, if you don't fit into a certain type of image of what so-called beauty is, if you don't have a certain type of nose or lips or hips or hair texture, etc., And we know that every single one of you are beautiful. All sisters are beautiful, no matter what they look like. I feel like this film is saying that they are brilliant, they are beautiful, they are powerful, and they are warriors. They help build societies. If you know anything of black history, you know this is the case. Ain't no civil rights movement without black women. There's no Garvey movement without black women. There's no rooms over in Jamaica without black women. Ain't no Haitian revolution without black women. We have got to stop acting like black women don't exist. And I feel like that is what this film is doing. Sir, whoever wrote that thing, and I hope you listening today, that if you want to get stuck on historical accuracy and the arguments about slavery and who participated in slave trade, I'm down for that conversation. But wait for a second and at least acknowledge the fact that over 100 years of cinema in the world, at least in America, which is the most powerful culture in the world, we've never seen anything like this. I feel like we've done. I feel like we have to solve this problem. So I'm going to go back in time. We were brought here, however we got here. And historically, the Woman King deals with that complexity. I thought they did a brilliant job. And I thought they did it seamlessly. It is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, can we talk about 400 years of emasculation? Even the hierarchy that we follow, watching the Queen and all of this whole thing. The status of a child follows the status of the father unless we're going to make money. The whole system that we are under is twisted backwards. And it's a big hypocrisy. On a plantation, listen, as a man, you couldn't have a wife. You couldn't have children. You couldn't have yourself. In many ways, I think about the old South enslavement. There was no respite for women. With the brutality of black men who couldn't kick his oppressor, so the only place he can bring his aggression is home. Y'all, we've lived through it, but we don't talk about it. That is actually foundational in how we relate to one another. So when we see the Woman King, people get triggered by that. Because what about the black man? There has never been a paucity of support. Now there is a rift, but because there's a breaking point, y'all. At some point, the secret is not going to be secret. Hi, R. Kelly. Hi, Bill Cosby. You are seeing a domino. Nobody's going to be quiet anymore. A domino effect. No, you're seeing a domino fall. Nobody's going to be quiet anymore with this brutality. You're not going to be able to get away with all this stuff you used to do, Irv Gotti. There's also an acrimony. Did I feel that if we don't fix it, the freedom that we all know is right there. And that's why we are seeing all of these things happen. Let's stop the division. Man, he from the Caribbean. He's not really black. He's from Africa. He's not black. I'm not black. I don't know. Stop. Women, men, stop. Black women, when you try to take over, the white women, when she try to take over, let's stop that. Worry about that. The men ain't ish. I don't need a man. Let's stop that. Let's stop it. Dr. Bell Hooks said we need to name what the problem is. Kenneth Lofton, I'm almost through. You came in at the right time. White supremacy, what people call racism. Patriarchy, sexism, male-dominated worldwide. Racism is a global system. Slavery benefited from this global racism. And then this money thing, what people call capitalism. It's been a great disservice to us for a long time. Y'all remember 25 years ago, Mindy, we didn't use terms like trauma, triggers, mental illness, mental wellness. What is necessary, they're necessary terms that I am glad to have part of our vocabulary. But then the question begs itself, where did this trauma come from? Listen, we were kidnapped together. We were brought in slave ships together. We worked in the fields together. We worked in the house together. We went through segregation together. We survived the Black Wall Street bombings together. We survived the Wilmington, North Carolina bombings and all these other bombings together. And here we are in 2021 at each other's throats over the woman king. This ugliness. If you don't understand the foundation of it and how we are programmed consciously and subconsciously to hate ourselves, add to the hate each other and to hate each other and not going through healthy relationships, we're not going to have healthy relationships like that. When you think about the woman king, why would it, as a black man, you be upset over a movie that is centering black women? What we should be saluting is someone like Viola Davis, the same complexion as my mother, who is not only an Oscar-winning actress, but she and her husband, Julius, backed with Black Love, her and her husband, Julius, Black Love Manifest, right there, producing partners decided to risk everything to create this film. To the person who think they run this film. Mika, that's what I was talking about. The guy that know he don't woke. He ain't woke. This is actually going to save the lives of so many, especially black girls and women. I don't see how it's not a victory for all of us. When I think about a young Robert Hatter reading the autobiography, first book I ever read all the way through, of Malcolm X, made me know I ain't want to go to jail. I got to do something positive. to do something. A book changed my life. A book, this movie, might change some young girl's life. Got to take a quick break, man. Chop Shop, I'll be back in a minute. Share this show, man. I'm telling you. I got a little more. I'm gonna wrap it up when I come back, but I just gotta take a quick break. Chop Shop, we'll be back soon as I find it. Where's my commercial? Here we go. Be back in a minute.
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. Chop Shop. Y'all, I was going over, in case you came in late, I saw a post of a guy, I guess following he's my friend, and I saw the post talking about negative about the Woman King, and I called him. That's how Robert Hat is, man. I'm gonna call you, man. I ain't gonna go talk behind your back. I'm gonna call you. So, dude, what's up, man? So, and I had a question, Michael Jordan. When I heard all of this, when I heard his negative comments, and he just was so, oh my God, it was just uninformed. Why? And I asked him a question, Trey Phillips and Kenneth Lofton. I said, man, have you seen the movie? And he said, no. But he had a long comment about it, Robert Reisen. Damning comments. Might influence somebody who follow him. See, that's why we got to be leaders and not followers. Got to be leaders, man. Great leaders have empathy and perspective. This film, whether you see it or not, there are several themes that you need to focus on and be aware of. Number one, gender balance. This might be one of the first films I can recall that Black women and Black men are fighting a war together for the same goal. They're not in competition. We don't see men trying to dominate over the women because of their agenda in this movie. You don't see the false fruit of accusations. Well, the women are trying to emasculate the men. This is the first time. I'm trying to figure out another film where I saw such balance in the power dynamics between Black men and Black men and Black women. And it's shocking that I can say that. That just shows you how great a job colonialism is doing. And convincing us that there always been enmity between Black men and Black women. This is not actually the case. Now, this ain't saying we always get along now. No, ain't nobody said nothing about that. But it is to say that colonialism and enslavement created a certain condition that encouraged our inability to work together. And you see the opposite in this film. You follow me? It wasn't like you had women trying to act like men. They had their protocols. The brothers had their protocols. And I also respected in a way that it was just beautiful just to be seen. is seen on the screen. The sisterhood thing I thought was amazing. A black man saying not to watch it because he haven't seen it. Because what we typically see about black women in power positions is that there's competition. Every reality that you see about black people has black women fighting. Y'all hear me? Every reality show that we see about black people have black women fighting. The basketball wives, the housewives, the lawyers married to doctors, the Huntsvilles, all that. I don't care what it is. Somebody's going to end up in a pool with a glass of wine tossed in their face. I don't know no people who do that. I don't know any grown black women who are striving to be excellent in their professions, who on the weekend go to lunch and casually just toss a glass of wine in somebody's face. I was at brunch this weekend. I didn't see none of that. But when you watch this show, that is this image of sisterhood that they don't often display. It was so beautiful seeing confident black women in appropriate types of competition when it was necessary, and then having each other's back in a way that it's just so good seeing black women who are confident, man, who are not motivated by jealousy and greed. When there are black women who show up with a little jealousy and greed, how to handle them when they do show up. Viola Davis, you my girl, man. You my girl. How to handle it when your girlfriend show up a little jealous. How to handle it in a way that it doesn't cause us to lower ourselves, but can meet the needs of the sister that's jealous, who might be a little jealous. Might perhaps have her own insecurities with doubts, but you don't have to destroy her. Again, no spoilers about the movie. I'm not giving no spoilers, but there are some themes you need to be aware of before you start getting caught up in the questions about factual accuracy. Because remember, it's not a documentary. The Woman King is not a documentary, y'all. See that, Monte? Say, I know this message was for y'all today. That's why I told y'all to share the show. Y'all, there are themes you need to be aware of before you go. You start getting caught up in these questions I'm telling you about. Because remember, I told you it's not a documentary. It's a film, a depiction of a moment in time. It got some factualness to it, and it's got some mythology to it. Remember, you can be right on the facts and miss the spirit of the moment. I'm going to tell y'all about that tomorrow. That's a whole... Remind me on Women Rock Wednesday to tell y'all about... Hold on. You can be right on your facts and miss the spirit of the moment. Women, mind me about this one. I got something for y'all. Boy, you gonna love this one. The question is, what part of this are you lending yourself to? Then they complain about colorism. Okay? I would like to send this motion to the floor for my light-skinned caucus. We cannot do that. My light-skinned people, they get mad about the fact that the primary characters in The Woman King were richly melanated. Shout out to the person who taught me the difference between richly melanated and poorly melanated skin. But they are richly melanated, beautiful black skin, melanin. But what you just said a minute ago, Asanya, melanin popping, ambiguous African features. There is not a 2A or 3C hair texture to be found in the film, except for the colonizers. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. I ain't going to go there. I ain't going to go there. This is this is full out nappy headed 4A, 4C genre casting situation. You got me? I have to say this because there are some members of my light-skinned delegation who are, in fact, very upset about this. They called and told me. I have heard some of the rumors and some of the concerns. Let's stand down on this one, y'all. Let's not make this a thing. Let's recognize that, as one author put it, my light skin, this is not a direct quote. I can't remember the name of the author, y'all, so don't hold me to it. But basically, it was talking about how light skin rape colored skin, that the light skin and the light eyes you've been taught to prioritize is a function of what happens after colonization and the rape of black women after enslavement, and the fact that raping black women was not even considered a crime. I know it, Mindy. I love you too. We ain't talking about you. Listen, we ain't talking about nobody on this show, Darryl Barnes. I'm just telling you about some people that I encounter. All right? Let's be clear. Light-skinned delegation, factual accuracy would suggest that we're seeing people on the screen who look the way they look. I just hope we can get a second on this motion. Don't be so factually accurate. You are going to miss the moment. I hope that it can be received in the spirit in which it was given. Shout out to Ed Russell. Africans contribute to, then they come to me, Robert, Africans contributed to the slave trade. This is something that you're going to see a lot, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot. The one thing they are going to teach you in school is that Africans contribute to the slave trade. I know, think about it. If only all white people went over there to Africa and got off them boats, them guys would have seen them and they would have got them. But now they had some black people that helped them. We know that. Okay. Africans contributed in the slave trade. Okay. The one thing they are going to teach, that's one thing they're going to teach you. You might learn about that in school. You might learn a little bit about Frederick Douglass in school. You might learn a little bit about Harriet Tubman in school. And then President Obama. And that's Black history. That's all they want you to know. But you are going to hear that black people, African people, contribute to the slave trade. You're going to hear that. I just want to spend just a moment here. That's just a little bit more. And it might be a little sensitive to this. Let's be clear. Everybody had slaves. Okay? Prior to what Americans and Europeans did to enslavement, everybody had slaves. The Greeks had slaves. The Arabian community had slaves. The Pakistanians, the Indians had slaves. Africa had slaves. Asia had slaves. Pakistan, everybody had slaves. That's how the world worked. And here is what the slavery would look like. You definitely were still a human being. There were rules and protections you had depending on the nature of the rules of those protections. It really depends on the group who enslaved you. You were typically enslaved because you have been caught as a prisoner of war. So this was like punishment for those who lost the war. You go to war, you lose the war, then you're enslaved. But you're still allowed to marry. Your children are not owned by your slave owner. You're not a slave by virtue of how you looked. No, it's not a spoiler alert. I'm not spoiling alert. I just want to share with y'all because I got this. I saw this post, in case you just got on, Marquessa, of a man. I'm going to read it one more time because I just want y'all to be aware. Just be careful where you get your information. Even when I give you information, go vet the information. You got my permission. Google it. Chris Walker was on here talking about something one day and then said, right, somebody Google and text me and said Chris Walker was wrong in two flaps. It's okay. We laughed about it. But I'm going to give you this. This dude said, he posted, women are not kings. That's what's the first thing. Just so you know, it was a few white women who wrote this movie. What these women are actually saying is that black women are masculine. That's why they're calling y'all kings. A black women are being foolish. They are actually proud to call women kings. That's the name of the movie. This guy hadn't seen the movie, and I asked him after. They're laughing at you, he said. Don't support this foolishness. Halle Berry gets an Oscar for being a soft, sexy feminist. No, sir, I'm finna correct you. Halle Berry got an Oscar for being a bed wench. They let Viola play this rough, rugged, masculine character, and guess what? She just might get an Oscar too. Why? What does that say? Light-skinned women are soft and submissive and feminine, and dark-skinned women are masculine, uncooperative, and rough. Don't perpetuate this narrative. We have been given enough false historical narrative and information. And when he said that, I called him immediately. And said, player, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I said, I asked the $1 million question. I said, and I'm finna get into sports right after this. I said, Herb, I'm glad you're there, Herb. Don't you go nowhere. Herb, I need some more basketball people on here. I want to share something with you. I said, have you seen the movie? And he said, no. I said, well, why are you writing all of that about something you ain't even saw? Of a heading. What? This man made a public declaration on something he had no idea about. And then I asked him, where did you get this? He was talking to another conspiracy theorist in our community. And both of them came up, they was brainstorming. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all don't need to be talking to each other. Dumb and Dumber don't need to be talking to each other. I'm serious, man. Get outside of these little echo chambers y'all in. That's why we invite you onto the Chop Shop. So, because when I challenge you, I ain't want to watch that no more. He challenging me. You don't want to be challenged. I love for y'all to challenge me. Don't y'all know how that thrives me? When I have an 80-year-old woman Her son stopped me on the golf course and said, man, my mama was watching your show today. She loved y'all. If somebody sent you the damn scripture, Kendrick Lewis, you probably wouldn't. You'll refute it. See, this kind of, I told you I can't curse. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about right here. If somebody sent him the scripture, he wouldn't believe it. It's unbelievable. People, they kill me. Y'all kill me. I don't want you. And Kendrick Lewis, I know I don't believe in nothing you say. So it's all right not to believe in nothing I say. It's okay. All I tell you to do is go look it up. Go vet me. Don't just put a post about the woman king. Talking about women are no kings. Don't do that. And then I asked you, player, have you ever seen the movie? He said, no. I said, you had all that to say. Y'all, listen to me. This happens a lot in this summer basketball community. That's why I'm bringing it up, Mr. Lewis. This happens a lot. Y'all be around here listening to people who don't have a damn clue. Because they got some followers. Y'all, we I can't wait to talk about this tomorrow. But we the only race that allow rappers and entertainers to be speakers and sit down and talk to presidents and people. We the only race. Even back in the times, Harry Belafonte, what's her name? Aretha Franklin and Joe Louis, they used to just fund the civil rights movement. They knew to have the Martin Luther King, the Bayard Rushers, and the James Baldwins, and all of these people talking about the issues. This society here, let Cardi B talk to the president. Man, come on, man. I know, man, you like this, man. Do y'all hear me? Who else? The Hispanic people gonna send LULAC at your ass. We gonna send a rapper to talk for us. Y'all, my mama used to say, y'all, we ass backers. my mama from Mississippi, y'all. She said, boy, they ass backers around here. Just because the person got a lot of followers. So I never forget. I got to tell you this. This is some mama. This is a person in this community. Go tell me. I was talking about Mikey Williams and talking about, who is he? What the? Robert, he got 2 million followers. I said, so? But Robert, he got 2 million followers. So? What does that, how does that free us? How does that free us? Robert, guy's got 100,000 followers. Ain't got a freaking clue. Because a guy got 40 or 50, he might be telling you something might save your life. He ain't verified, y'all. Half of them folks that verified ain't verified. I didn't know I was going to go there. But I just don't want us to keep, listen. We got people in this community that have been watching this show ever since I've been on this, but still making the same stupid ass mistakes with their kid that a woman just came on this show is doing. Somebody just sent me a video. I want to see it. What is that? I guess. Hold on. Okay. But I want to remind y'all, in case you were on the show in the beginning, and Herb, I want to share this with you too. Y'all, this person been watching this show for a long time, man. Been taking notes for a long time. And still that kid done been to got 4 high schools already. What y'all looking for? Thank you, Monte. I didn't even want to go there. I'm trying to find my cursor. Monte, I didn't even want to go there. Thoughts and prayers going up for all the injured football players from this past weekend. What? All football players? You gonna be specific? Remember, we have to have names, man. When we get to praying, man, we got to have names. You remember when Jesus said, Lazarus come forth, and Lazarus got out of the grave. They was telling me, some commentary said if he called Lazarus because he even said, get up out the grave, everybody would have got out the grave. So we got to be specific about who got injured, Mike. So if you want us to pray for him, be a little specific. I know it's a lot of them, but be a little bit more specific. It might take 4 travel teams, but it shouldn't take 4 high schools. I'm telling you. Y'all, I'm just, y'all ain't gonna tell you no lie. From my point of view, y'all put your thing in my hand. 2 hours a day, 4 days a week, for 4 years, for 6 years. We used to go 5 days a week. And guess what? This person, evidently they might have wrote the notes. Hey, from now on, when you write the notes, go back and read them. 3, 4 high schools. Come on. Let's not do that. But Herb, I want all my basketball coaches out here, okay, who think they know something about basketball, who wants to be part of the basketball community. And no, not coaches, anybody in the basketball community. Mamas, I mean, they don't say nothing about no mamas not coming. Daddies. U of H is having a UH coaching clinic. It's absolutely free. I'm going to put a link up there so you can go to the link. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it up here right now. I'll put that link back up there. Let me see. Let me make sure I got this. I ain't got it no more. I got to go back and get the link. But, here it is. Check this out, man. U of H got a free coaching clinic, October the 15th. Put it on your calendar right now. Hey, Karen. Put it on your calendar right now. 9 a.m. registration, 10 a.m. the clinic start to 12:45. 12:45. I promise you, if I'm in town, I'm there. I ain't no coach. I'm there. I want to see. 12:45, Coach Sampson going to have a question and answer. Check this out. At the Tillman Fertitta Center, they're going to have coffee and donuts. Hold on, I'm copying that link. I'm putting the link in both feeds so you can have it. See how I do? I do my people. I'm putting it in both. Hold on, let me get to the live chat. I'm gonna share it with you. Hold on. I want to share it with people. Parking, you got to pay for your own parking. It's the only thing you got to pay for. How to secure your spot and don't take but 2 minutes. Go to their website and put your name up there because they want to know how many people are coming. Coach Sampson has personally invited you. It's gonna be similar to practice. He gonna show you how he go through his practice. He's gonna be mic'd up. One of the top teams in the country. Final Four coach. Letting you come to his practice for free. Okay. Do what you want to do. I gave it to you. Now I got some. Herb, you still there, Herb? Herb, you still there? Chuck, you there? Who else? Kedrick, I need you. Kedrick, see, I knew you. Kedrick, somebody sent me. Let me see. It's a mama sent me this yesterday. Hold on. A mama sent this to me. When this mama sent something to me, she said, hey, I had to click off the show, so I don't know if you discussed Armani Bates situation, but what do you think about this take? It was a take. I'm trying to see, should I put it on the screen so you can see it? It was a take. It was a tweet. I talked a little bit about it. I told it it has some merit. I just want to know what y'all think. Armani Bates, young man, who is all over the headlines, young man who was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, that magazine, a young man who, hey, Janet, a young man who was deemed as the top high school player in the country. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to find some stuff. I mean, what he did, I want to read it to you because I want y'all to have the right stuff. I just love for y'all when y'all have everything, y'all, because y'all be, I want to make sure y'all, let me see, I got it. Oh, here it is. They sent it to me. Young man, went to the University of Memphis, okay? And one of the top players, him and Jalen Duren came in, big thing about it, top player, Memphis got him. And, then the kid left Memphis and people calling me, you know how people be hating. Man, the boy that left him, but Armani Bates done left Memphis. I said, okay, all right. It's okay. All right. God bless him. So this came out in the news. Eastern Michigan University basketball star Armani Bates was arraigned on gun charges Monday afternoon. EMU announced that he was suspended from practice and playing privileges following the arraignment. We are aware of the situation involving men's basketball student athlete Armani Bates. Eastern Michigan University takes all these allegations of this nature very seriously. Per department policy, he has been suspended automatically from practice. Okay. So young man. Okay. Let me tell you the tweet that got me. It's the tweet that a person sent to me. And Dinos, the guy Dinos who do Pangos, he tweeted, this Armani Bates news is beyond sad. It's heartbreaking. Also problematic here is all the adults and corporate entities like ESPN's Paul Biancardi and Adam Finkelstein, who helped create an ecosystem of entitlement around the kid and gave him a false sense of NBA future glory. I got to put that on the screen. I want y'all to see this. I wish I could. I got to screenshot this. Cause y'all ain't gonna believe me. Cause y'all can't comprehend when I read to you. So let me see how I can put it on the screen. Hold up. hold on. I'm going to read it again. Okay? I want y'all to read it. I'm going to read it slow. Why would they need a parent? Why would the parents need to have an attorney? All for not all of these young black kids, man. All of these young black athletes ain't like this. Chiquetta. All of these kids ain't like this. Kendrick Lewis, I'm not listening to you. You ain't trying to work me to death. Let me read this again. Dino's, who got the Pango scam. I don't know Dino's. It seems that when they get into trouble, see this Shanquetta. They own the news for everything else, for their basketball prowess. So do you expect for when something bad happens, people don't say nothing about it? Y'all got to put this back on the screen. But it seems that when they get into trouble, he was on Sports Illustrated. He's news. So if he go and riding around in a car and get stopped and a pistol in it, Darryl Barnes' son, it might not happen. Won't nobody say nothing about it. No, if he was a white athlete, this would happen too. No, I ain't going there. Because I saw Baker Mayfield, police stop him, and he ran from the police and they caught him and whooped his little ass. So wrong is wrong. Being on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 16, Slam Magazine at 16, the top recruit in the country at 16, and when you get 18 and you get stopped with a pistol in your car in Detroit, and people supposed to say, no, don't say nothing about that. How do we know he didn't feel like he needed protection? Wow. I need protection. I need protection. Alfio need protection. I'm licensed to carry a gun. He's not. How he was at the University of Memphis. YouTube, if you watching it on YouTube and ain't gave me a thumb up, man, I just don't even understand. Should be thumbs up. Because it's a great, great question that Shanquetta, she said, makes him a target. It makes all of them a target. Every player's a target. James Harden is a target. Chris Paul is a target. Everybody's a target. To whom much is given, much is required. Everybody's a target. He was at Memphis, Shanquetta. He was at Memphis. So having a gun will prevent you from getting gunned down in public. You watching too much. You watching too much. You watching too much news. You better get back in the community. You're watching too much news. Your comments are sounding like the people that watch the news. Okay, I'm watching what you're talking about right now. I'm watching. I've been doing this a long time. I'm sensing this. You don't need a license to drive a car and possess a firearm until you're willing to deal with the consequence. Yes. But Herb Baker, help me. Shanquetta. He was at Memphis doing fine. No altercations. No nothing. Only thing he wasn't excelling at is on the floor. But he gets mad because Penny was playing him so many minutes. I swear to God, I was coming on here saying, man, I bench his ass. They played him. He had to have no gun down there. But what he did, he left that great environment that he was in, that he had to work hard for, because they wasn't going to give it to you because your money baked. You got to come and practice it. But I told y'all how practice is. Let me show your parents how college practice is one more time. Let me see. I got it. Yeah, this is how college practice is. Go. Okay. Two. Thank you. Hold it up, man. Hold it up, man. Up, man. Oh, wait. There you go. He couldn't stand. That's hard. I'm on cover of Sports Illustrated. I'm supposed to come in. Everything's supposed to be easy for me. Until Coach Sampson sicked them dogs on his little ass, and he said, oh my God. So he went back home to Eastern Michigan. Shanquetta. And I ain't gonna lie, all my friends in Michigan, most of them carry guns. One of my partners, he don't even fly because he can't carry his gun on the plane. He always drives. Leave Shanquetta alone, man. Kendrick Lewis, she can say, I know what she meant. He should have been reminded of his rights to remain silent after being arrested. I ain't worried about his rights. It happened. Now we got to deal with it. See, y'all, we can't protect these guys from everything. We just got to make sure, hey, player, there's consequences when you do this kind of stuff. You leave the environment, that cocoon that they put around and protected him. Have y'all noticed when he left Memphis, the head coach never said nothing negative about the kid? Did y'all notice that? Did anybody notice that? I wish him well. The first call up there to make sure the kid is all right. Penny Hardaway. That's what you get when you go to places like that. Kid, you left me, but I still care about you. You left my university, but I still care about you. But I want, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. Well, Dino's saying, Thaddeus Moody, you know who Dino's is, Herb Baker. Having a gun in your possession doesn't mean you're willing to squeeze the trigger. Okay. Think about that. Think about that, Chuck. Chuck, he ain't said nothing negative about. This was a high-ranked recruit, left this program. People texting me and coming on the show and laughing and giggling and grigging. Penny ain't said nothing about it. No. Coaches say on code, because most coaches would have said something about the kid when he left. You know how these coaches are. But I want to know what y'all think about this tweet. Tell me what, let me read it again. This Imani Bates news is sad. This from Dino Trigonis. It's heartbreaking. What's so problematic here is all the adults and corporate entities like ESPN's Paul Biancardi, Adam Finkelstein, who helped create an ecosystem of entitlement around the kid, have given him a false sense of NBA glory. I don't think this Paul Biancardi and Adam, I don't even know Adam Finkelstein. I don't think they had nothing to do with it. So the ESPN 100 and the ranking of the players, that give people, but when Chris Walker and I come up here and say, y'all, everybody ain't going this NBA ain't for everybody, y'all better get y'all education. Y'all look like we dream killers. I'm never going to give you a false sense of NBA glory. I'm sorry. I've been in this business for 30 years. I know what one looked like. That's why I don't throw that heel pro out very often. I don't do that. I love Kendrick Lewis. He said, everybody. So, talk to him separately. Whoever, because I can't see who the like, I don't care. There's 40 people on there on YouTube. 40 people should be like thumbs up right now. Everybody thumbs up. I don't know whether or not he had a lot of wrong folks in his circle. I wouldn't say that. Alfie Obese. He said, look at his hair, his lips, and teeth. Yep. What I'm trying to figure out, did the ESPN, Paul Biancardi, and Adam Finkelstein, did they create an ecosystem of entitlement? Or I don't think Amani Bates being caught with a gun charge as entitlement. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Chuck, that's why I'm talking to y'all. I want to know. Crazy man is here. The crazy man. Hey, I'm good. I know who go. I want to hear what he say. Y'all, he's back.
Yo, did the Cowboys win? I'm just curious. No, seriously. Did the Cowboys win? Oh, they won? Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I know if they won or not. They win? Oh, they won? Oh, they won. Okay, my bad. I know they won, man. I'm glad you told me they won, dog. What's good? What up, Doc?
I got something for you. I want somebody sent this to me yesterday, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna just let you have at it, cause you know I'm gonna let you have at it, okay? I just mentioned you right before you came on.
Oh, I just mentioned. I know you was hating because that's what you do best. Robin,
you know what I'm pissed off about? When you ask me for something, I send it immediately.
Oh, what, the password?
When I ask you for something, I send it immediately, yo. I'm just like that. If you need something from me, I say. But this dude right here, he get up there, get him a sip in him, get a little whiskey up in it, and he can't remember nothing. But I'm gonna leave him alone.
My bad, dog.
I'm tired of you.
Not bad. I was with you.
I know. I believe you know. I know you was out last night.
I was with your dude.
Yeah, I know. But hold on. Help me with this one. I'm out minding my business, and I get this text, and the text had a tweet. This what the tweet. Let me send you the text. You know, cause they was talking about. She said, "Hey, I had to click off the show, so I didn't know if you discussed Imani Bates. But what do you think about this take?" And here's the take. Dino Trigonis, I don't really know him. You probably did business with him.
I know him pretty well, yes.
He tweeted that this Imani Bates news is beyond sad. It's heartbreaking. What's also problematic here is all the adults and corporate entities like ESPN's Paul Biancardi and Adam Finkelstein, who helped create an ecosystem of entitlement around the kid, gave him a false sense of NBA future glory. Should I repeat it?
You want me to respond to that?
Yes.
I think so. They created a sense of
Ecosystem.
entitlement. Okay, so that same ecosystem was created for LeBron James. That same ecosystem was created for Kobe Bryant and Kevin Garnett and on, Dwight Howard, and I can mention Tracy McGrady. All that same ecosystem was set up for them. Okay? Here's what people don't understand. Let me stop. I want to keep my job. Let me stop.
Okay.
Only when it come to us, it's got to be 100% right all the time. It can't never go wrong. You know what? The doctor never misdiagnosed you, right, Hatter? That never happens. The doctor never does that, even at the medical center. A lawyer never gets it wrong. No, has a lawyer ever got it wrong?
Yeah. Yes.
Has a teacher ever got it wrong?
Yes. All the damn
Has
time.
a finance person ever got it wrong? Ask the NBA dudes. But just because Imani Bates didn't work out, something went wrong? In the music industry, they have something called one-hit wonders. They don't stop making music.
Keep going. I'm glad you came on at the right time.
I'm just saying, it's part of it, man. It's part of it. So some kids are not
But
going to
his life ain't over. He just got a gun charge.
And if people know what, again, do you know that his person connected to him was shot the other day? I don't know if people know that.
I didn't know that. And
Someone that's very
Shanquetta,
close
hold on.
to him.
Shanquetta said that. I'm sorry, Shanquetta said, Robert, maybe he need to have that pistol with him. But keep going.
Somebody was shot,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
That was really close. And who knows what he's affiliated with. But listen, man, let me tell y'all something, man. In the NBA, I got a documentary coming out soon. In the NBA. So I was watching this special called Untrapped. I know you don't like rap, on Lil Baby. Untrapped. Lil Baby was a straight up gangster. Lil Baby was rich before he became Lil Baby. Okay?
Which one is it? Which one is Lil Baby and Dub Baby? Which one hang with Jack?
The Baby is the one that made a comment about the LGBT and they got rid of it. But Lil Baby is the real popular one.
Is this the one that gave James the money?
Yes, that's Lil Baby.
Okay, because I get confused. Okay.
I got you. They all babies. Anyway,
Okay.
my point is that these dudes grow up from a certain culture, man. So guess who else grows up in that culture, Hatter?
Who?
Them dudes in the league that play basketball. They come from the same communities.
Okay.
So it's easy to say that you're looking at Lil Baby. You could be looking at who my boy threw up the gang signs from Houston Rockets that they got? John Wall. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. It's just that's glorified culturally. In rap, it's glorified more to be a rapper and to be a gangster and all that. In the NBA, they throw your butt out, you start doing that mess. So it's not surprising to me.
It's not surprising,
like
but
no,
you add that caveat to it. When you added that a friend of his and got killed, and Shanquetta said early, and she said, Robert, maybe he had to carry the gun. Maybe he didn't want to be caught without it, because that's what I heard that happened. Well, I ain't gonna even bring that back up. But Chris, I mean, thank you for sharing that. I had no idea about that, and I had no idea about Baby, because you love to rock. See, so what is Baby on? What's the Baby? Where you get this information from? What documentary? Because I think you know what?
It's called Untrapped. It's Untrapped on Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime. Okay, I got
Man,
that.
you gotta watch it, man. They show you about quality control music. Yo, man. Listen, let me
I didn't realize how wrapped up in the rap culture you are. Now I see why you take up for. No, I'm gonna tell you. When we were on the boat, you was rapping your behind off. I said, this dude can flow. I said, wait a minute. I looked at my people and I said, they told me after they said, Chris know how to rap. I said,
Adam,
that's why you always,
Adam,
you always take up for the rap culture. You got a little rapping. You look, Chris. What you look, Chris? See? What you see? What?
Because it's something that we created. It's something that we created.
We created some more stuff.
Okay, I get you, bro.
We
Bro,
created a
I
lot
get
of stuff.
You know what? But you know what the rap game is? It has made a lot. So again, entertainment in the African American community. Jay-Z, billionaire. Kanye West, billionaire.
Not selling records. Not selling records.
What?
Not selling records. They weren't selling. They used that rap. Rihanna was a regular girl until she went over. Hold on, I'm finna tell you now. I mean, slow down. Slow down. Them dudes didn't get to be billionaires selling records. They branched off in other things. So don't be saying you're a rapper, you're building that.
They're still rappers, Hatter. They're still rappers.
No, but you use that.
Doctors.
Why did you bring a billionaire in?
They are billionaires.
But it was not because of rap.
See, what was it because of, Hatter?
Because of the other entities. Kanye, right? Hold on, I got a question. Hold on. Kanye, right, was broke trying to borrow money from Donald Trump. Rapping. That man got over there with them Yeezys and teasers and whatever them keys. Boy, now he a billionaire. So
Adam, he was rich before that. We can't control how he spent his money. Let me ask you a question. LeBron James is a billionaire. He made all his money on basketball. He ain't do nothing else, right? He ain't do nothing else. George Clooney's a billionaire. He made all his money on acting. No. He made his money on that tequila.
But why you bring it up, though? That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, reason why kids glorify these dudes because they see billionaires in our community. Where I was going was a guy like Lil Baby. They grow up in our communities. They see that as a viable way out. As crazy as it may seem to us, look, dude.
But man, they getting so okay. Since it's a viable way out, it's the viable way out off this planet. Young Dolph. PNB. It's one. Hold on. It's one of the most dangerous professions out there to me.
So just like football,
ain't nobody getting killed by playing football.
You know what I'm saying? Getting injured and hurt. It's not relative.
I said kill, Chris. Kill is final.
No one's getting. Listen to me. We're talking about the risk reward. And what I'm saying is these guys come from under-resourced, underserved communities. They don't see a way out. So the way out they see is sports and entertainment.
That's the wrong argument.
It's not. I'm talking about Lil Baby, bro. I'm talking about the dude was a dope dealer. Jay-Z was a cocaine dealer. Look at them now.
President Joe Kennedy was a bootlegger. And he cleaned his money up and his son's running for president.
Okay, well,
that happens.
I understand. Well, dude,
no, you don't understand it. That's happened.
We're talking about our community. What you talking about? I'm telling you about the untrapped thing. What you talking about? You asked me about Lil Baby and why I like rap, and I'm saying a lot of our kids.
That's why I said why you. My comment. Why you?
Because a lot of kids in our community coming from underserved communities, they see it as a viable way out.
Why you are enthralled with rap? You ain't
created it. And a lot of those kids come from the mud. Jimmy, am I speaking Spanish over here? Am I speaking Spanish? Hannah, I know you like the OJs and
You're trying to make it out of argument. I'm requiring you to go further in your conversation. You just can't tell me one thing. I'm gonna question it. And y'all act like when somebody questions, y'all get so offended because you don't have the words to explain it. So I'm just trying to hold on.
No one can ever accuse me of not having the words to explain it.
In this case right here, I've asked you, why are you so enthralled? Well, our community, from underserved community, I said, why your black ass like?
I told you, and you don't like the answers coming out. Maybe from a different set of speakers.
So I want to hear you again. Maybe, see, Chris, I just don't take what people say. All I'm asking you, so
that's my opinion.
No, listen. And I'm asking you another question. So you saying This is something that we made. So that's why you're so enthralled. But I hold on. You can listen so you can get it. But I said we've made other things.
But that's a different argument, Hatter. You asked me
But
about
you
rapping what I
just
feel.
so you just picked. So hold up. So all the other things we've made, you prefer and like this thing, right?
Hatter, you bugging right now, man. That doesn't even make sense what you're saying. You're the one taking it a different way. You asked me why I like it.
Here's the deal. Arizona State is open. They are going after Deion Sanders. Does he take
Hatter,
this
it's
job?
open now. Now talk, Hatter.
Does he take this job?
State HBCU
I wouldn't take that job.
Why?
Gone like a turkey through the cone.
I wouldn't take the Arizona State job.
Why not? It's
I just would.
No, I mean,
Gone like a turkey
I just
through the
wouldn't
cone.
take the Arizona State job. I just wouldn't.
Okay, but here's the deal.
It's just not a job that I would take if I was Deion Sanders.
Okay, here's the deal.
What
It's
job he
no
getting there?
It's no secret that Deion Sanders was waiting on Florida State. He's never denied that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But Florida State ain't no right now. That ain't likely to happen right now. That bust and Florida State, if and when it comes open, no matter where Deion is, trust me, Deion will get an interview. He will be on the front line if and when it ever comes open. But here's my thing with Deion. For Adam, when you say like you wouldn't take it, that would be my stance normally until I realize that Deion is the one who confessed that and made his comments. I'm gonna quote him. I should have gotten it. No, he said I should have got both. Those were the two jobs that he interviewed for in the past 12 months. He interviewed for TCU and Arkansas. So for him to say I should have gotten both, that means what is that saying? What is that saying? For you to say I should have got both, that means you was ready to leave Jackson State because you felt you should have got both of those jobs. Well, hell, Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Nobody never said he wasn't ready to leave.
No, I mean
He always said if the right opportunity come along, he's gone. So why are you so adamant about it?
So now I'm saying Fayetteville, Arkansas. Yeah, that ain't really.
Hell no. What Fayetteville? What Fayetteville State? What?
University of Arkansas is what he interviewed for. He said I should have gotten that job. So this is what I'm saying. So I don't see Deion's persona. That's like people throwing out Nebraska. Deion this don't thrive in Nebraska. It's the way that he flowed Nebraska. Phoenix.
When the last time Fayetteville had a black coach?
Yeah, but Fayetteville.
Never.
That's what I'm saying. Fayetteville had not a black football coach.
Head coach. And
look
what they did to him. Look what they did to him.
They had two black basketball coaches.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They ran the Hall of Famer off.
Okay. Say no more.
Well, the Hall of Famer basically just,
No, the Hall of Fame ain't did nothing. They ran him off, just like Chris said. But
at the press conference, he threw it up in there like, hell, do what you want to do. You know, he was fed up.
Because he knew something you didn't know.
Yeah, they was that president was anyway.
But
back to Deion.
Back to Deion. I don't like the Arizona. I didn't even want this old ass man to take the job. But he just wanted to take the job. It's a dead end job. It's a job. Arizona State ain't gonna win. So you're gonna be getting fired. You're getting hired to get fired. Wait.
Here's the thing.
Unless they give him an offer, he can't refuse.
Here's the thing. You win with what? Talent. In those type of conferences, eventually, right? You got to get talent. I was reading up and realized this is just an astounding fact about Arizona State football. How about check this out? They use the star ratings in football. Once you get a 4-star or a 5-star, that stuff matters with people, and they use that as measuring sticks on different prospects.
They do that in all sports, Jim. They do that in basketball too.
Yeah, for people that don't know that. Well, so Rivals.com, I think, is the first one that really personified that star, 5-star, 4-star, whatnot. So if Rivals.com Arizona State has not signed a 4 or a 5-star player from the entire state of Arizona since 2017. And most of those, that's a total of about 32 players from the state. And majority of those 32 were from the greater Phoenix area. So that means your gates are not closed. I mean, you got to get talent to even compete at the high level. Otherwise, you got to over motivate players. Well, like you said, how Phoenix, Arizona is a little different type of city.
Great places. Hey, great place. I've lived there. Great place.
So that means if they coming up in the Phoenix, mind you, this is a stepping stone gig. The only thing that I would say is the conference is on the very hard decline right now because there's no more UCLA and no more USC in the Pac-12. But I'm curious, Chris, what you think about Deion? What you think he should take that? You know, they putting the pack together. That don't mean he got to take it, but they gonna come. They gonna come.
Right, I mean, dude, first of all, if Deion wants to be it's a Power 5 job. So you always got to ask, okay, if he don't want that job, what job can he get? Can he get the A&M job? Can he get the Texas job? Can he get the Alabama job? Can he get the Georgia job? You know, you got to start asking yourself, what job can he get? And my thing is, they usually, I call it black to black. They usually don't hire black guys back one after the other. But you got to realize Arizona State has a what? Black AD. They have a black AD. And Arizona State, and guess what else he sees? He sees the impact that Deion has at the HBCU level. So he's saying, hold on. If this dude is doing this, Alfio, Texas ain't good. Y'all should have lost to UTSA. If this dude is doing this, okay, at Jackson State, if we put him in Arizona State and give him all the resources he needs, because he's still Deion, the one thing they can use against Deion is what? He at Jackson State. Now eliminate that barrier. And he in a Power 5.
Hey, I think the last time Deion Sanders was out in Arizona, Dallas won the Super Bowl when I was out there. Deion was on the team. That's 100 damn years ago. It's 100 years ago.
I'm gone. Because, see, people don't understand. It ain't about, oh, that ain't a good enough job. Okay, what job can he get then? Well, okay, I get it. So what job he want?
So he's supposed to take whatever job he can get. That's what you take.
It's not whatever job. First of all, Arizona State is not a bad job. Because what Jimmy just mentioned, if Deion Sanders was a coach, how about this, Hatter? If Deion Sanders is a coach at Arizona State, do they not get 32 of those 4 or 5 stars? Do they get that?
Oh, yeah, he gets some. 32? He gets some.
And that helps with attendance because that means you have none of the local stars in the stand. I mean, on the field, their families and their schools are not going to be supporting you.
But Jimmy, you don't even need that. You don't even need local stars. Arizona State is one of the largest universities in America. They can fill the stadiums regardless. That is one of the biggest parts.
Man, what if he want to live in Texas? What do he want one of these Texas jobs? Because he loves Texas. Ain't it one of them?
Texas.
What if he want one of these? What?
Texas A&M, Baylor.
He tried to get one. He interviewed with TCU just
TCU shitted on him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Remember, he lived in that DL.
He still got his place in Dallas. He still got property in Dallas.
He lives there. I mean, I'm saying lives there. His home is still there. And so that was the perfect, you would think, scenario because of think about it, Texas being a hotbed.
I'm taking Shedeur wherever I go. Wherever I'm going, Shedeur, Shiloh.
People were nervous. Coaches were actually nervous about Deion getting that TCU job. And that was and I don't know the reason. I didn't ask anyone, but we all need to put it on our docket, things to do over the next week or so. Find out why didn't they hire Deion? I'm just, man, I never gave it that much thought.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, stop. What do you mean, why they didn't hire him?
What did they have to lose? They were no longer a top 5 team in the country. What did they have to lose?
Hey, man, I did not realize how cold TCU really was until I actually went to
a couple of years ago?
No, I just went this week. I went this year. That's what we practiced, or TSU practiced.
We're talking about
I'm talking about TCU football. I
About the
didn't
facility.
know.
You saw that indoor facility, right, Hatter?
Oh my God.
Nice. They got great
TCU, that
facilities.
campus. I said, what the
They got great
hell
facilities.
is going on over? I never even thought about going. I didn't know. And I went to that stadium. I said,
Yeah, it's nice.
I
It's
walked up
nice.
in there, Jim, and I just said, what the hell is going on?
See, Hatter, that's when people say players shouldn't get paid. That lets me know they've never been around a bunch of universities and stuff and see what kind of resources that these people have. I mean, you're like,
I promise you, I wanted to go to that school that day. I
I'm
wanted to
telling
go.
you.
I wanted to go roll in school, man, because I saw some of the co-eds. But I thought I wanted to roll in school. Hey, I needed a class about me, Chris. I wanted to get a class about me.
It's nice, man.
It's nice. I did not know. I did not know.
Wait, them not hiring Dion is about the equivalent of way back in the days when Prairie View hired Jerry Francis over Josh Pastner.
Prairie View.
Yeah, Josh Pastner interviewed Prairie View. That's true.
Why would you hire Josh Pastner at Prairie View?
What do you mean?
I wouldn't hire Josh Pastner either.
Understand the recruiting factor that would have got him. It would have been a stepping stone job. He was not trying to make no career out of Prairie View. But what it would have gotten a couple of them Houston Hoops guys at the time. It wasn't a 2-3.
He still had to coach him.
Yeah, I mean, guess what? There's a lot.
What are you saying?
Okay, so guess what? John Brady made it to the Final Four with Butch P. on the side of him.
What does that mean?
Okay, name another school that John Brady made a claim to fame at?
No, but what's it got to do with Josh Pastner?
Every head coach don't really got it like that when it comes to X's and O's. You got assistant coach that can help you through those timeouts if you need.
I'm not hyping up Josh Pastner.
Me.
I'm not doing that. No, you got to do
Okay.
something. You got to pick somebody else. You can't talk about Josh.
Okay, guess what? It's the same way that people feel about Dion. And then we know better. Like we just said, Dion players there.
Dion's a Hall of Fame football player. And you talking about Josh Pastner on the Prairie View, and you're making a comparison to Deion Sanders.
But Chris, that's the excuse they use on us. What experience does he have? That's what they use on us, not on them. On them, you could be a guy like a former point guard for the Phoenix Suns and become the head coach and the fifth highest paid NBA coach.
That's because Hatter's best friend, he was a shooting coach at Golden State, and he chose him to be the coach over at Brooklyn. He called all the shots. He was a shooting coach at Golden State. Am I right? Am I right or wrong, Hatter? And next thing you know, he's the head coach at Brooklyn.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
That's how that happened.
Speaking of NBA, I got one.
Unless you do a rap for me, I'll talk to you.
Boy, you wild.
The ESPN is at it again. Right? When I say at it again, they do it every year. And when I say they do it every year is they put out a top 100 NBA players to get conversation sparked heading into the season. Now, remember, I always tell you guys when it comes to rankings and stuff, you watch and see whose name is on it. So on every single article on ESPN, Adam, you read a bunch of them. At the top of the article, under the heading, you will see the name of who the originator or the authors of the piece. When they come to their rankings, and they don't put a name on it. It's ESPN.com. That's what they put. So that way now the flack isn't on the one person's shoulders.
Because it's really not. They told me it's a committee of them.
It's a few of them. So that means it's a couple of them, and that deals with NBA, and they all poll, and they take their ballots, and that's the final product. And so I was looking at it. They went through from 100 down to up to 26. They'll release the top 25 in the next day or so. And I was combing through that list, and I share with you guys the players from Texas who are listed amongst this top 26 to 100. And there are 8 players from the state of Texas. Jordan Clarkson is at number 85. He was number 90 last year, so he moves up 5 slots. He was a 6-man of the year. I think it's a little bit too low for Jordan Clarkson, 6-man of the year. He's been very consistent. Julius Randle, he drops about 29 slots.
He should have dropped 30.
He was 42 last year. He's number 71 now with the New York Knicks. Number 66 is Miles Turner. Miles drops 22 slots from 44 a year ago. Number 54 is De'Aaron Fox. He also drops 20 slots. He was number 34 a year ago. Number 52 is Jared Allen. Jared Allen is on the uptick. The Cleveland
Cavaliers.
Cavs, they're one of the darlings of the NBA now, and with their success with less. And Jared Allen didn't get hurt. Who knows? The Cavaliers might have made put a dent in somebody's plans in the postseason. I remember that if Jared Allen didn't get hurt, and of course the point guard.
If Monty had a scrotum, she'd be my uncle. But keep going.
She'd be standing up too. so number 44, Tyrese Maxey, who they didn't even have ranked last year, jumps up to number 44. Great for Tyrese Maxey from the Philadelphia Sixers. Number 35, higher than Tyrese, is Cade Cunningham. He was 76
They
a year
love
ago.
Cade.
And number 34 is Marcus Smart. He was number 49. He jumps up 15 slots in the list. I can hardly wait until this top 25 comes out, because it's going to be, no matter where LeBron is, Chris Walker is going to blow a gasket. So that's going to be the thing, because you know where he's not going to be.
Where they got Lebanon James at?
Lebanon.
Where they got Lebanon at, man? Y'all wrong for that, man. Where they got Lebanon at, man?
Say Lebanon.
LeBron James. Hold up, Chris. Hold up. I had something for you today, man. My bad, man. I can't. This tribute to you, because it ain't gonna happen much this year. Where's that thing? Here we go. Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me. That dude is serious, man. Did you see the towel he had in his hand?
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, man. What's going on? About them boys.
What else you had, Jim?
I want them to sing that song if they play them Giants next week.
Oh, it's gonna be a beatdown.
Oh, Danny Dimes.
Yo, man, are y'all really talking about Danny? Y'all really talking about that clown? Come on.
You know what delusional come in at?
What?
Y'all know you guys have an Arena League football quarterback on this team right now. Arena League, and you're still making it seem like y'all ain't missed a beat. Like ain't no beat gonna be missed. You were already iffy with.
It's a football team, man. It's a football team, bro.
Hey, Chris.
It's more than one guy on the team.
Hey, Chris. Chris, look what Dale Griggs wrote.
What?
Say on the cool.
I like the song, though. Ain't nobody texting. I love that song, man.
So somebody has a question for you, Chris. In case, everybody, sometimes people, miss certain things. Robert Young asked, what exactly happened to Herm Edwards in Arizona?
I was watching a show. This is what the show said. And you talked about it.
I don't know what happened. I ain't.
About Wall Street. A show called Margin Calls. The guy at the end, they took all these people money. He said, there's 3 things you got to understand in this business. You got to be there first. You got to be there. You got to be the smartest, or you got to learn how to cheat. And Jimmy, you already said it. I don't know if he was there first. It looked like he might not be the smartest, but he damn sure didn't know how to cheat. And at the end of the day, just too much turmoil, man. You know what, man? Those pro coaches understand. They really find out what it's like to coach. Like I don't know if I can ever coach in the league. Them dudes don't listen to you, man. Like watch an NBA huddle one time and watch the coach writing, and then watch the play.
Nobody looking.
And watch the play.
Nobody look, man.
They don't even look at it.
I thought I was the only one noticed that.
They don't even look at it. In college basketball, if you don't do that, to take you out the game. eyes. If you ain't got your eyes on, they kick you out the game. In the NBA, dudes be drinking water, looking at the crowd, looking at girls, looking at the dancers, and dudes be steady writing on the paper. I mean,
Oh,
it's
they be
just
looking. Hey,
on the poster board.
in case people don't know, they be looking in the crowd.
Oh, they look at the crowd. But my point is, it's just when you try to go from college to pro to college, it's a different deal, man. I mean, the recruiting aspect of it is different. Herm Edwards, I guarantee you, when he got that job, I'm gonna give his sales pitch. I'm a black man. I've been on ESPN. I'm Herm Edwards. I played in the NFL. There's no kids that are not gonna want to play for me, particularly in this area. And he went 0 for 32 in Phoenix. Think about that. I guarantee
He was over what?
32.
He had 32 players
four and
in the
five
past
stars.
5 years.
Oh, you're talking about getting players.
32,
Yeah.
4 and 5 stars from the state of
Phoenix,
Arizona.
in the greater Phoenix area or in Arizona. 0 for 32. But I'm saying his sales pitch was, hey, man, strong African American, blah, 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 blah. We got this great facility. They got the facility that the Cardinals play in if they really get it going. You got one of the biggest party schools in America. You got the greatest weather. You got beautiful women. You got Scottsdale. You got Tempe. You got everything going for you, but you can't win. Can't win. They got the money they need, everything, man. It's hard to win, man.
But
The Knicks thing that Craig Smart's doing, man. It's hard.
But Chris,
It's hard.
keep going, because I'm finna show y'all something just ain't right. Hey, Jimmy, didn't I tell you the man got fired before he got off the field? Jimmy, I got video evidence, man.
Let's see.
Nah,
They fired the man. I'm just loading it up right now, Jimmy. They fired the man, pimp, as he was. They caught him before he got in the tunnel. Hold up, here it comes.
I want to see that. I haven't even.
Ain't nobody texting me, paging me.
Gotta making this up, man.
Stop it, Chris Walker.
Who fired? Hold on. AD fired him?
Ain't nobody texting you, Chris.
But if that's the case, what's the cause of that? I mean,
Yeah, I don't think that's
Listen, here it come. Chris Walker on the show. That's why it's taking long. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I just,
No,
you guys
here you
that'd be so unprofessional. It's ridiculous.
Hold up, y'all. Here you go. Bo Hearn. Y'all talking about it? Robert Haller's finna bring it for you. I'm been bringing it to you. Here come Hearn.
The internet right, man.
Here we go.
Hey, who's the white guy?
He ain't say much.
He ain't looking him in the eyes at all.
No, he ain't looking at me now. They fired him, man, right there on the field, man. Somebody sent that to me.
They better say let's talk. They probably said let's go talk.
Just
No,
lost.
man, the man fired his ass. I'm telling you, the folks who sent it to me, they know what they talking about. They said, Rob, that mother got let go right there.
And
You ain't got no. They said you ain't got to go home, but you got to get your ass out of here. That's what they told him, Chris.
say,
He
I
said,
don't believe
okay,
that.
okay.
you just lost at home to Eastern Michigan. And
I don't believe
that was immediately after a loss. Mind you, Arizona State had just lost at home to Eastern Michigan. That's worse than A&M losing Appalachian
I put
State.
it like this, Jimmy. When have you ever seen them people corner a coach up after school? Usually the coach going on and get an interview, going somewhere else. Them folks cornered that man and said, player, come here. Yo, dude, we done already cleared your office off, man. Ain't no use you going back there, man. And here your key. They probably gave his key. Here your key. They was in the desk. I'm telling you, man. Chris, you don't stop nobody on the field like that.
I don't believe they did that. I don't believe that.
Wait a minute. Did Texas Tech stop you on the said, Chris, come here, man.
Nah,
We don't want you take them tight ass suits and you go on about your business. Huh?
Nah, they didn't do that. No,
Okay.
they didn't
All
do
right.
that.
Okay.
I don't believe that happened. I think they say, hey, we need to talk.
No, Chris, I'm telling you, man.
There's no way they would put themselves out there to do something crazy like that. There's no way. That's so unprofessional. That's so unprofessional.
They probably told him before the game, you losing these, Hearn. You gotta go. Who that said? Jimmy, what's that? Robert Half. You gotta go.
Yo, it's funny, man. So that's so ignorant, man. Coaches get beat all the time by teams. Football, listen, man, let me tell you something. Just like they talk about in the SWAC, these things, the work Jimmy talked about the other day, it's different now with this transfer portal, man. You can lose to people. Look what Appalachian State. Notre Dame lost. You could A&M.
You can lose
We made
anybody.
that comment about Kevin Sumlin and A&M losing home. That dude make all that
No,
money.
but what-
Why don't we?
Y'all made
Come on,
the argument, Jimmy, about the stars. The man can't get nobody out the city. You just made the argument. The man can't get nobody that can
But
play.
he also had a bunch of recruiting.
But Chris, I
rules.
got
A lot of
something for
people
you.
got fired
Somebody
off.
trying to communicate with you. Hold on.
I know, but a lot of people got fired off the staff, though.
Listen to me. Jameson Morrow's daughter, Jerica, is up at CBS in New York. And she just wanted to know that you know her. Jerica, yeah.
Yeah.
You know her?
Yeah.
That's Jameson
I don't know
Morrow's
this-
daughter.
Okay, Jameson. I didn't know that. Yeah, his daughter's up. I've seen her on TV.
No.
Yeah.
Is she on TV? No, she ain't on TV.
Jerica? Is it? That's not who it is.
Jameson, explain to Chris
That's
who that is.
Jameson.
She just got up there, Chris. She ain't been up there that long. But I thought she
Oh, I
worked for
thought-
Paramount.
I thought it's a lady named Jerica that's on CBS. I want to say
No,
CBS
I don't think she owned the show. I don't know. Jameson, help us out, man, because I don't know.
That's a unique name, Jerica, and I'm saying
Yeah.
there's a Jerica on
I like
television.
Jerica better.
Jerica. I mean, maybe Jerica. I don't know.
Because his name Jameson, you know he's trying to name all his daughters with a J.
But Jimmy, I'm gonna say it again. I don't believe they fired that man on the field.
Okay, you don't have to. You believe in the Dallas Cowboys, so we don't even think about you.
In Cooper. we
Oh,
trust.
yeah, no, that ain't her. She's at Paramount. I knew, okay, I know. I'm sorry. I knew it ain't CBS. She at Paramount. She don't work with them little small companies like CBS. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? Paramount and CBS are the same company.
I know
man. Get out
it.
of
Parent
here.
company. But CBS, Paramount is the parent company. Hey, you know who I like though? Where my man at? Where my man Alfio? I must admit, I like the dude Bijan Ross at Texas.
The running back?
That running back. First of all, he got the Lamborghini account. You know, he
He
gets to
got
drive
Dijon too, the mustard.
and the mustard, but he got the Lamborghini first. Forget the mustard. He got the Lamborghini to ride around. The Lamborghini.
That little small city, that little old city at one street that they talk about in Austin.
You must ain't been to Austin, baby lady.
Man, please, ain't no black people there.
You must ain't been out at Barton Creek.
Ain't no black people there.
You must no, it ain't
Ain't no black people there.
ain't too many people.
Alfio
Chris,
know
ain't
that.
no black people where you at right now. What the hell you talking about?
There's black people in Brooklyn. There's black people in the Bronx.
In that building you in right now, ain't no. Hey, how many black folks you seen when you walk? I ain't talking about Equinox. When you walk in the building, you ain't seen nothing there. Nary a one.
I'm not going to comment like that.
I know where you at, baby. I know exactly where you at up there. But
Jimmy,
Jimmy, what?
Deion Sanders, I'm telling you right now. I tell people all the time, hey man, that dude gonna get a job. And I say, okay, but what job he's gonna get? That's how you got to look at it. It ain't about he don't deserve what. Okay, if he don't take that job, tell me the job he gonna
Well,
get.
go on, take it. Go on, take it. Yeah.
Because
So y'all
people are
done
locked-
changed my mind.
Let me
Go
tell
on,
you,
take it,
because
Deion.
People are locked. The jobs he may want, people are locked in contracts and this and that. Like he's not gonna stay at Jackson State forever. So he's gotta sit there and make
Coach,
a
you know what?
decision.
When you know better, you do better, right? Okay? Something hit me while y'all were talking. And I said, shit, I didn't believe he was going to go to Jackson State. So I wouldn't have took that job if I was him. So guess what? Hey, whenever I say what he won't take, that's why he might take it. So I just thought about that because I didn't even think he was going to take that job. I'm just
I
telling
mean,
you.
that's who would hire him.
Yeah, but I didn't know he would take it. He Deion
He had to
Sanders,
prove it.
man.
Listen,
Dude.
man, I don't care if it's Deion Sanders or not, man. He had to go prove himself.
You don't care.
Unfortunately, And
You don't
again,
care.
and guess who else didn't care? All them other universities and teams that didn't hire.
That's all right.
So it
They
ain't
care
just
now.
me. So it ain't just me.
He
So
got
what
a
I'm saying
5-star
is-
quarterback that live in his house.
Is he a 5-star quarterback?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You playing against SWAC. I don't know about that 5-star stuff. But anyway, my thing is,
Hey, Jimmy, I got a question. Who did Doug Williams play for? Oh,
See,
who
there you go.
did Steve McNabb play for, Jimmy?
there you go again.
No. Who?
Steve McNabb was good.
Okay, all right, okay. Yes, he played at our corner. I was at every damn game. My phone wouldn't work
He
down
was
there.
good.
And,
Yes.
and, the most,
Good.
and one of the most
MVP in the
overlooked-
Super Bowl.
and we've had several quarterbacks
Good.
that were definitely
MVP
really-
was
Get him, hey,
Steve McNabb was not the MVP of the Super Bowl.
I mean, well, if he had a one, he lost.
Willie Totten was one of them. He
Huh?
was the
Willie
the one
Totten. Yeah, so
for Jerry Rice.
so Chris,
if there's no Willie Totten, there's no Jerry Rice.
who is the quarterback at Villanova? I didn't even know they had no damn football team until I seen it the other day. He's freaking terrible.
Hold up, man. You see Howie Long every day on TV, man. What are you talking about?
He ain't no quarterback.
You see what Brian Westbrook?
He
What are
ain't
you
no
talking
quarterback.
about? I'm just telling you, we've had some dudes.
We
Let's
was
get
talking
twisted,
about
player.
that man talking about the signal in Norman, Oklahoma. I promise y'all, my phone when I went to see Steve McNabb, you know, we had the old phones back then. When that thing would not work, Jimmy. It worked everywhere. Jimmy, I be riding that thing. Said, no service. But I hope they service a whole lot better because I used to spend a lot of time down there. But Chris, quit. I told you, quit. Jimmy, what's your word, Jimmy? Quit devaluing
Wow.
those HBCUs.
I
Yes.
can't believe you going there. You
Quit
trying to get the point.
devaluing.
Is Kevin Allen on the line? Is Kevin Allen on the field right
No,
now?
he ain't on the
You trying
field.
to get-
He
you
ain't
trying
on the
to get
field. Hey,
some-
hold up.
see, 'cause I'm
Hold
like,
up.
there you go.
But I keep this by my desk. I keep this.
That's a hold on. You got it from TSU. That's a CZ. Cubic zirconia. Come on, man. Come on. Kill out with that mess, man.
Boy, it's glistening over here. Hey, y'all, it's 2:30, man. Let's go. What y'all got before we get out of here?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We
Hold on. What about my picks last night? Did I win?
No, I won. Jimmy won one.
Hold up. I won both by a blowout. I said that both teams called one.
No, you said
Didn't our team know
all,
our team didn't show no 30?
said if all the teams
Oh, that boy
scored.
Jalen Hurts, man. Ooh.
Oh, hold up, y'all. Look what's going on. Listen what's going on the Boom Boom Room. Alice, Miss Anderson, the one who asked Chris about Jericho, she works. Mr. Morrow is her boss. She watching the show, right? So he said, Alice, come to my office right now. You in trouble.
No, you can't laugh at nobody losing their job on the chop. That's why
No, that boss ain't gonna do it like that. That's
Oh,
the
man.
boss, man. That's the boss. I did not realize, but hey, Jameson Morrow's a boss. That's what I was trying to let you know.
Now, Alice.
Who the hell is Jameson Morrow?
That's a
had
great
to-
friend of ours, a great friend of the Chop Shop. He don't know you because you ain't, he don't know you because you ain't big enough to know Mr. Morrow.
Tell Mr. Morrow I'm Googleable. Let him know that, okay?
Man, I am done with you, Chris Walker.
Hey, Hannah,
What?
when are you gonna watch the Laker thing, man? When are you gonna watch the Laker thing? I want you to talk about Gary Payton
I can't stand
and
this.
Shaq.
I can't stand.
When you said about
Hey,
mixing
player,
up Shaq.
player. Don't let me expose you right here.
Don't expose. Don't expose. Let me tell you something.
Hey, Jimmy, he was getting it in last night. I talked to him. That music was loud as hell. Wherever the hell he
No, I
was.
was with my man Shelvin Mack. and
I
he
know who
chopped
you
up-
was with, but
You chopped him up. You chopped it. No, he chopped up Penny.
Yeah.
What did he say about Penny?
I don't know what he said. Hey,
I told
hey,
you.
Guess what? Hey, tell him to come get one of them jobs.
Oh,
Tell Shelby,
okay.
you come get one of them jobs Penny got down there.
He can't get it.
Hey,
He can't do
one
it.
of the things I want to remind you guys.
Uh-huh.
As Mindy, in the words of Mindy, I like that, Mindy.
What Mindy?
How about the Astro? What I'm
Oh God, I'm about to throw.
rolling,
I'm about to throw.
rolling. Hey,
The judge.
Astros 4-0 on the road in Tampa Bay. Remember, these games, Tampa Bay is on the verge of not making the playoffs.
Oh, that's the
And
team
good.
that beat them last year.
Yes, in the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's the
Let the
that's-
Astros play the Rays and let them play the Blue Jays and beat the snot out of them every time. I hope that's what they got on the rest of the
And Jimmy, Chris ain't said nothing about Little Ugly joining the team.
Who Lil
Lil
Ugly?
Ugly going to the Lakers.
Lil Ugly just won the bronze over in the Euro Championships, right?
Yeah.
Nobody care about no bronzes.
Well, Lil Ugly did. He did.
Huh?
Lil Ugly just won the bronze.
Yeah.
And
Hey man,
listen, man, we're trying to
hey,
get Kyrie,
hey,
man.
you know,
Look, LeBron took all that money. That
you
killed
do
that.
understand what this means, right?
What's that?
That they biting the bullet, and before that deadline come, with the December deadline, they gonna move Russell Westbrook.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Go.
absolutely, it's happening. And Russell knows it's happening. He want to get his money.
inevitable.
Got his-
They're moving Russell Westbrook. It is no doubt.
Well, listen, there's one thing I believe how to always say. Do not take no team discount. Don't leave money on the table. LeBron could have left some money on the table and did that Tom Brady best, and LeBron said, I'm getting all my money.
I want all my money.
Every nickel. They could have made, he could have took less money and made a way for some guys to come, and he's like, I'm getting all my money.
Players, top players, don't do it.
And
Now-
by the way,
Uh,
the new rule where the players can skip college is going into effect, Hatter. They've written it. It's already there, right? It hasn't been made public yet, but that's a done deal.
okay.
That's happening. Now,
Well,
what
that's
they
easy.
do after that-
That's easy. That's the NBA. The NBA Players Association control that now.
but I'm
We
saying
think it's
a
the
done deal.
owners. It's the Players Association control
Yeah,
that.
no, it's happening though. It's happening, which is you don't understand what's about to happen now. I know how you say it's crazy. These PGWs about to be PGWs.
No, they ain't. I know they something else. They can't have it.
Shame.
But
You
the
understand.
kid better be good. That's all I can tell you. Because guess
They
what?
about to be. Hold up. If you think kids were trying to do it before, think about transferring. What transferring used to be.
Mm-hmm.
People transferred back in the day. Then they gave it a name called a portal, and it was like Star Trek. Everybody's trying to beam themselves somewhere else, right? What's happening now when they got rid of that 1 year rule? You know how many people gonna put their name in the draft? I have no idea.
Well, that'll be good. Good. Put their name in there. Because now what it does, it expedites the process of that goes up under the umbrella of the famous term that we use on the Chop Shop. Eventually, they all end up where they belong, and that's what
Absolutely.
it expedited. So I'm I'm so cool with the NBA going.
Oh,
We knew it was coming because they've been talking about this top 100 camp for 2 years, and that was one of the main things that was it's inevitable because it was just going to get worse and worse and worse with all the options, and then there's the name, image, likeness stuff. It matters less for than top 1/10 of 1% basketball players in the United States of America, because those are the guys.
That's
gonna
who
be
it's
the
for, man. It ain't for, but it's going to be guys who like Chris Walker, who play as sorry as he did, thinking they can come out. That's the problem.
But okay, you missed my original point. All them dudes transfer. They go to all different types of schools.
Right.
46% of the kids was left in the portal
Yeah.
because dudes are transferring for the dumbest reason.
Right.
Which you know what that tells me?
What?
Because of social media, because the way things are and everything. So it makes it look like everything's so attainable. Like you can really, really get it,
Yeah.
and it's just as far away as it was 20 years ago.
Everybody think they can make it to the league. I told you,
I'm
Jim.
telling
When you told me that, I didn't believe you. But when I went around that gym, all the little boys said they going to the league, and they were serious.
Man, please. Hey, listen. I know all these people go to the black church gonna get mad, but everybody think they can get up and sing back Beyonce. Listen. They may let you lead a song in church, but you ain't Beyonce. Just so you know that.
But where did the kids get it from?
What do you mean, Jimmy? Their surroundings, TV.
Yeah.
It's like everything else.
What about? Oh no, Jimmy!
Social
It's the
media.
ecosystem, Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's the ecosystem that they've been involved. It's the Paul Biancardis and the Adam Finkelstein guys. That what a tweet Dino's wrote today. I'm playing on the tweet that you didn't see the tweet that Dino wrote.
No, I ain't.
Oh, I got to give you. I'm gonna give you this right quick before you get off.
Yeah,
This the tweet that Dino's wrote. Right. Somebody sent it to me yesterday and said, Robert, what did y'all talk about this on the show? Let me make sure I find it. I want to get it right. This what your boy wrote, right? First, the lady said, "Hey Robert, I had to click off the show. I didn't know if y'all discussed Imani Bakes, but what you think about this tape?" And Dino said, this Imani Bates news is beyond sad. It's disheartening. It's also problematic. Here is all of these adults and corporate entities like ESPN's Paul Biancardi, Adam Finkelstein will help create an ecosystem of entitlement around this kid and gave him a false sense of NBA future glory. So it's gonna be some more of this then.
Dude, let me tell you something. And I know it's gonna sound crazy what I'm about to say. If the rule did not exist that he had to go to college, that kid would have been drafted last year. He would have been in
Absolutely.
the NBA. And whether you think he's good or not doesn't matter. He would have been in the
Absolutely.
league.
He would have been a millionaire.
I'm gonna tell you another thing.
Absolutely.
The person Keith
Absolutely.
Frazier. Keith would have been in the NBA if he had to go to SMU. They would have drafted them.
Mm.
It's ridiculous, man. That's why that rule is terrible. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, for Money Bates, the rule, the status quo as it is, he's a victim to it. Now, guess what? You're stuck, and now you got to get it out the mud. And it ain't hard for him to do. Really, it's just a matter of you waking up, or somebody convincing you to wake up and go and just have a makeover of your mindset. And guess what? Then you go, somebody follow your. I'm quite sure they do documentaries and follow them around, right? And go to the children's hospital or something, and let them see you going to the wall. Adopt you a little friend, visit him once every 2 weeks, and then that way bring him a shirt, bring him a chicken nugget back, whatever you got to do. That's what it does. You warm the heart. Film him going to a service or something. Film him giving out, for the holidays in the soup line, pouring some soup in a bowl for the homeless. It just takes a period of time in marketing. That's why I tell people, if I wasn't in this stuff, I know I can make a hell of a living just giving people that type of stuff. How you can help your image if you need be for those young people. That's what we used to do. We used to tell people all the time. How do you remember that for the back to school drive every year? I'm not as adamant on it as I used to. I feel like people should be running, doing it on their own by now. But you have to explain, look, if you came to the back to school drive, young people, and you're on the line giving out those clothes to those kids, people are taking pictures of you. They're filming you. When you go and make a layup or at the free throw line, when Chris Walker is announcing it during the game, guess what they're gonna probably show? He has the perfect time to bring up what you're doing in your community. And he's a great guy back in this, and they'll show that. You've watched games, and people just don't. They look at it, they see other people do it, but for some reason, they just won't do it.
You know what my fear is? Chris Walker, you know what my fear is?
What's that?
Chris, I don't think he's good enough. I think he's talented enough. I don't think he's competitive enough to play at that level. That's just me.
Probably not, but they would still.
I don't know.
I've seen him in a competitive atmosphere, and he couldn't compete. And over a month time, and that's my fear. That's why when Chris said that, boy, if he should have came out until he got exposed.
But I saw a picture of, I forget what class, 2004 class, Slam Magazine. It had like 8-9 dudes that came out. That's what Dwight Howard, Sean Livingston, Al Harrington. Like, it was a lot of those guys. I mean, Al Jefferson. I forget all the different guys that came out. Them dudes weren't ready.
No, but those dudes went through the gauntlet. Those dudes were competing. Hold on. I'm just saying, those dudes were. I saw who Imani was competing against.
I guess.
And for years, I saw he just never competed, Chris. That's all I'm looking at. See, to know a man, look at his history. I wouldn't have never I saw those guys in high school. I saw him in high school. He just didn't compete the way those guys did. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. That's
all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is, it's easy. I'm not saying you. It's easy to pick it apart because all them people that are like the Dinos. I'm not saying Dinos in particular. Them same dudes, like for instance.
I'm not talking about Dinos. I'm just telling you
Well, I'm just saying the
my
guys
fear.
that are,
My
right.
fear.
What I'm saying is competitiveness. When you get to that level, there's nothing that can prepare you for what's going to happen at the NBA level.
Absolutely.
Nothing. And
But
some guys have to learn that. They have to have talent first. Like you got to be talented enough. You can talk about there's a lot of competitive dudes that will never play in that league. They got no
I
talent.
didn't say that. I say he's talented, but the competitive. I
agree with you.
An untalented guy that's competitive, he might not make it. I'm just saying. Chris, I'm going. Hold on, Chris. I'm going by years of me watching this kid. Him going to my university. He being there on pro day when the pros came. That's what I'm going by. I'm going by something. I'm just going by my head. I didn't tell you to listen to it. You don't have to believe me. I said my fear.
I'm not agreeing.
No, you don't have to agree with me. I'm just telling you my fear of it.
I feel you.
That's all.
I'm just making my point. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I'm saying sometimes, and I'm coming into defense of the kid because everybody's going to pile on him. I'm not saying you are. Is that sometimes you gotta learn certain things, and maybe you're right about over the years. There's something there. The dude was talented. You can say whatever you want.
I said he talented.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking when I say you, I'm not saying you. I'm saying people can say whatever they want. The dude was talented. Now, was he caught up in the system where everybody giving his dad? I remember people talking about giving him money to come play down in Houston.
Yes.
To bring his team down there.
Absolutely.
Everybody participated in that.
They don't talk about it. They did.
Mike Williams kid.
They did. They didn't talk about it. They did give him money to come and play. It's called an appearance fee. But in defense of Money Bates didn't create this system. It was created. The market was established years back.
So wait. So you mean this? Hold on. So there is a system.
Yes, there's a market.
Hold up.
I would call it a market that for when you have certain players.
So
right?
So this not right then? So
So
Dino's saying these guys help create an ecosystem of entitlement around a kid that gave him a false sense of NBA future glory. So there is a system that
it's a system when they don't make it. That's what people. It's a system when it goes wrong. When it goes,
it can be a system if it go right.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, when it's a system, everybody say, "Oh, I knew it. Oh, I had him at my camp. I did this." When it goes wrong, man, you know what? They just give that kid too much love. It's a system entitlement. When it goes wrong, everybody's running for the wolves. Everybody's running when the cockroaches come on. When the lights come on, they run like cockroaches. Oh, man, I told you that kid wasn't going to work out because they didn't like the dad. Because the dad was probably like LaMelo Ball's dad. Because the dad, hey, listen, come on now.
You know what? Let's add something else to that. When you tried to get him to your event and he didn't come.
Exactly.
If I'm an event operator, and if I'm coming after you, you just, we ain't coming to that. Then yes, your stance is going to be okay. You think you're too good for me. And that's kind of like, did money go to Pangos?
I'm sure. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what? I don't know. I don't think
Did money go to Pangos?
I don't think it did.
Chris, you was at Pangos.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Was it Money Bates at Pangos when you was at Las Vegas at the Tarkanian Center?
No, he was not there.
He was a senior that year.
He wasn't there.
Exactly.
Wasn't there.
So you can see the motive in a person that would take that stance because he didn't support you.
Okay. All right.
I mean, and he can still not be good enough, Hatter. You could be very well right. Like
I say it's my fear that he
Yeah.
might not be.
Yeah. No,
it's my fear. I wish he had took that money. I wish he was able to come out a long time ago. That's why I brought that analogy up. I wish he could have came out as a high schooler. Cause my fear is he might not be good enough now. I mean, it's rough out there, man. That NBA more. Hey, watch this camp. Watch all of these top people get cut out these camps this week. After next week.
So you mean the NBA camps?
NBA camp star. Oh, dude, all these Exhibit 10 contracts. Exhibit Ken only mean it's non-guaranteed. I'll cut your little ass anytime you want to. You just a camp
They
body.
just giving them names. They just
Yeah.
giving them names. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, and then what it is for all the people that told you that their kids or that certain people is in the NBA, he's on the team, you know it. Just remember those people that told you these things in about 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Then,
Chris.
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will see some of them they ain't really got the contracts that you thought you've been led to believe, and it happens
It's
all the
okay.
time.
It's
People
okay.
happen all the time, and then know what happens then? Man, he a pro. He gonna go see. So now it becomes he's a pro, and that ain't what you meant when you said when you deferred a fact or abbreviated your college career. You wasn't doing that to be for the
Hey.
most part to just to become a pro. You were
Hey.
doing that because somebody made you think you was going to the NBA. That's what
Hey, Chris. Did our friend ever get a call? That me and you been talking about?
I don't know. You know what? I'll get back with you on that.
Okay, get back with me.
I'll get back with you on
Oh,
that.
yeah, one other
Oh,
thing.
hold up, Sharif Cooper. He just signed a training camp contract. They gonna cut his little ass too.
A training camp country.
Gonna cut this dude.
Hold on.
Dude.
So I thought he was with the Atlanta Hawks.
Man, they cut the shit out of that man. Man, they like a turkey through the cone.
They gonna always like he was from the area. I remember he
Hey,
wrote
man,
the story about the
everybody
Rolls
can't
Royces.
play at home. I'm gonna give you. I got 5 fingers. Name the 5 guys that excel from playing.
Jimmy,
at
that
home.
man can't play in what Rosetta Stone. That's what his ass better get. He better get him a Rosetta Stone.
Let's just think about it. In basketball. Let's name 5 guys that excelled from playing.
I can't even tell you, but this little dude wasn't going to sell if he was on the Houston Rockets team, man.
Clyde Drexler, 1.
That's what you don't understand, Jimmy. This little dude here, man, what do we do? Run up in there with all that old yo-yo in there. They got a little yo-yo.
Talking about the dude that benefited from the system.
Oh, my goodness.
I have no idea. Because he didn't do anything at all.
And he got that bread. He got that bread. He got paid at Auburn, and then he got that bread. So I hope he saved his money.
See, this is the thing, and this will be a topic, you guys, on tomorrow. And this is how now it gives you guys understanding. Like those national rankings, the ESPN, no matter how good your baby is, they are applying their system for trajectory, for NBA readiness. So no matter how good your small baby is, that's why we pointed out to you guys last week when the rankings. Yeah. How many of them was under 6 foot tall among all these different lists, and it was maybe 2 kids that was ranked total on ESPN in 3 classes that were under 6 foot. They use trajectory in that, and a great deal. And that was one of the things that even when I started, I didn't even know that was a prerequisite. So nobody told me not to do it or to this how you're supposed to do it. So I was always thought that hell, you grade them on based on what they did the last 6 weeks, like you do in school. We get a report card. Nobody goes to history class and the teacher say, "Damn, look, Chris Walker, you smart as hell. You're gonna be a genius one day. I'm gonna just give you an A right now."
Hell no.
So that's what the rankings are in basketball on the national scale.
I know, not him.
You do a look. You come to class, do a little work. You know what? You got it. You know what? You're top 10. Did you see those?
And that's why these coaches get fired. That's why these coaches get fired looking at those rankings. Because you still got somebody who's using their bias saying this dude's better than that dude, and half of them they've never seen play. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Awesome, man.
Hey, before we get up out of here, somebody had a question, and Chris, and you can chime in on it. And I think they asked, could you clarify or you chime in on explain the newly revised transfer portal rules that was established by the NCAA just last week?
I didn't look.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe tomorrow they can come back on. They got 2 windows, I believe, that you can transfer in. That's the thing they're gonna change up. Because I agree, they need to. You always got to realize this, man. There's a give and a take in the situation. There are some coaches out there who want that transfer portal open forever, and there's some coaches that want it closed. It just depends on what side of the fence you on. There's certain kids that want it open forever, and there's certain kids that want it closed. But again, I got to look at it, and I'll have it, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. But you know, and more importantly, guys, the other rule, which I don't know if it's been put in effect yet, is that they can leave every year with no penalty and transfer right away and play each year. So they can go to a different school 4 years and play basketball if they want to. It's always risk reward, and when you do anything like that, it's risk reward. So it sounds like a cool rule, but at the end of the day, just remember one thing: if you can leave, they can get rid of you. So much power. When they give you power, they give the coach power too.
And that was part of the deal, Chris. The reason that they implemented the rule to protect the institution, to protect those colleges, which make up the NCAA. Meaning that, so in football, the day after the national championship game, the day after it, you got 45 days for a transfer portal, right? And you got to make a decision. Now, the good thing about football, it'll stop, then they'll start another one up at the 1st of May the 1st through the 15th. Then you get 15 more days. So football gets 2 windows because that's football, I guess, you know. So, but that's it. What it does, remember, think about it, May the 1st through the 15th. What happens in every college during the week of the 15th? That's final exam week. That's final exam week.
Right.
So that means now it frees up those coaches when it's time for that semester, that spring semester to conclude. They can go and get something, replace you without backlash. Because for every kid, like what Chris just described, there's a handler, there's a person of influence, and if you mess around and piss off the wrong group of people, the wrong program from the wrong city, then you can't come dip your cup back in that anymore. No time soon. And so, hell, I got a school in Houston that told me to go and let a college know in the Big 12 that they can't even come on their campus because of what a coach supposedly said to a kid to try to help him, transfer out. And I was like, well, coach, that staff ain't there no more. That coach retired from Oklahoma. He was like, man, I don't care. We don't want let them know they ain't welcome at my school. I'm like, wow. So, but it happens. Now back to this stuff. That's the football rule. In basketball, which is a winter sport, right? The transfer is going to go. You got 60 days after the day after the NCAA championship game. There's a 60-day window.
So also from April 3rd to 60 days after that.
So 60 days.
That's
yeah. You got 60 days. You got 60 days in basketball. So in case I'm explaining you the new transfer portal rule. So that means now there's a time window. So now, if certain kids are still on that block, schools will be able to play the shell game a little bit with them and try to smoke them out. Like, okay, he thought he was going so and so. He's still on the board. Now we can wait and squeeze. He'll have nowhere to go, so to speak. Some of these kids, the D2s and D3s, they're going to be licking their chops at this because it helps them out as well. It's now the JUCOs, it helps them out as well because they're looking at their board and see who's left. They know now who to go after once they get around May the 12th. People start sweating bullets around there. Now, when it comes to the spring sports, is a little bit different, and they'll have December the 1st through the 15th is a transfer portal for the spring sports. And then they have a 45-day period the day after their championship game is complete. So we hope that helps with you. I forgot whoever asked that question, but that's pretty much it, man. We was in stream overtime today, and we want to thank you guys. If you haven't shared the show, we need you guys to share this show, man. And that's important for the footprint, the digital footprint of the Chop Shop. Share the show if you would. And that way now invite somebody to come back. And tomorrow, of course, Women Rock Wednesday, we'll toss up some topics. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. We have a guest tomorrow night. I don't remember. I don't have the calendar in front of me. But we'll have more guests. And next week, we'll have more coaches on next Tuesday. I slipped up and forgot to book somebody today for you guys. That way you can kind of see what's going on around these campuses on college visits. And Chris, another topic for tomorrow is we want Alfio to come to the front of the congregation and explain to us, the
280 grand.
the 280 grand, how it's going down. But you understand, and we clarify, that wasn't just for one person. It was a group. It was multiple people on campus for visits. But trust me, they had to do while they did for one, they did for all, for the most part, because they got commitments out of the deal, and that's University of Texas. And Chris, go look at their roster. Look at how many players on their University of Texas football roster that are from the state of Texas. It's gonna blow your mind if you go look that up. It will blow your mind. Kevin Freeman probably already looking right now. Kevin Freeman, you got a homework assignment. Go look up the University of Texas roster and let us know how many players are from the great state of Texas on that roster. And speaking of rosters, I got after the show yesterday. Yeah, we got to get up out of here. After the show yesterday, Coach McKinney from TSU. He said he got his eyes on you, Chris Walker.
Whoa. Who?
You're TSU, Coach McKinney, the head football coach, who just beat Southern 24 to love this past Saturday. He said,
terrible, sorry unknown, that group.
See.
Why he got his eyes on me?
Man, you gonna lay off TSU, man.
So you know what? He has a motive. He has a motive, Alan. I just thought about it. He has a motive. So you forgot. See, he has a motive. And now, just like Dino's had a motive, Chris has a motive.
That's not true.
What I'm talking about, Chris? What I'm talking about? What I'm saying? Go on, say it before I say it.
I don't know what you're saying. What are you about to say?
Your motive?
What?
You applied for the head job at TSU.
Oh, that's definitely not why.
Oh, sour grapes.
Interview. They say, man, we ain't studying about no Chris Boston.
Nah. And let me tell you something, man.
Come on, Chris Sanders.
Yo,
Deion Sanders,
come on,
cuz.
man.
Chris, you would have transformed the SWAT.
Huh?
No, that was
You would have transformed the SWAT like Deion.
They understand. Y'all didn't understand what would have happened. We'd have been cheating like crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on. The football coach called me out for real?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Tell him to come on the chop shop. Tell him to come on the chop shop.
Oh, he had a press conference yesterday, the Monday after the game.
Okay.
I'm going to get him on yesterday.
We go Monday through Thursday. And then tell him to win this weekend, too, by the way, before he come on.
I want you to tell him.
The game after the game, Chris.
Okay. Okay. McKinney might be watching right now.
Coach, what's up, Coach?
Coach, I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm not that kind of dude. I'm not that kind of dude, Coach, but make sure you win this weekend, though, okay?
What did he say?
He said TSU has 45 players on their roster that are from Houston.
How many?
45.
Yes.
Wow.
45.
Now, how about that?
Say, man, that gives you a whole new level of appreciation.
That's why we finna come on strong right now.
They homegrown in this thing, man.
It's on, baby.
So basically, that was a Houston AAU football AAU team. They just went out there and beat Southern 24-9.
And beat the brakes off Southern. What Kevin Frank?
Hey, listen, man. Who do they play this weekend?
The Dancing Dolls.
What's the point spread? Let's go and pick it right now.
I don't know.
McKinney. Let's get McKinney on there. What's the point spread?
Who they play this week? Jimmy?
Jimmy don't know. He's a fair weather TSU fan. He don't know.
He's very fair weather.
He can only wear that sweatshirt.
If they hadn't won that game, Jimmy would have been said he wouldn't have wore that damn jersey.
He can only wear that sweatshirt one time a year because they only win one football game a year. So he ain't gonna be able to wear it no more.
Alabama State.
Alabama State gonna get their head toe clean off.
We whooped them.
Yeah.
Hey, man, tell coach I'm sorry, man. I ain't mean to come at him like that.
He'll be on, and you tell him that.
Well, I'm not gonna do that now. Hold on. As Hatter, what does our boy Stephen A say? We don't get paid to talk to you.
We get paid to talk about you.
Okay.
Hello.
Understand that, player.
Say, man, we got to get up out there.
Yeah,
man.
we gotta go, man. Yo, oh my God.
Hey, and sure enough, Kevin Freeman has came up with the number. I knew he was. Freeman count fast. There are 81 players from the state of Texas on University of Texas roster. That was my point.
Really?
Damn near everybody on their roster.
Who the coach?
is from Texas.
Who's the coach?
Steve
There you go.
Starks Sarkisian
Steve Sarkisian. Okay?
spent
Steve
280
Sarkisian.
grand
Steve Sarkisian.
on a weekend.
All right.
Man, I gotta go, man. I'll see y'all later.
That paid off though. Hey man, we up out there. Shadow Show guys on the way
All
out
right.
the door. It's time to wrap it up for the day, man. You guys go back to work. Morrow, don't you fire that lady. Alice, we got your
Get on
back.
fire, Morrow.
We got your back, Alice. Women Rock Wednesday.
Bye. We out. I didn't hit that button.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in